Game over.
What the fuck? Fuck! Hold the fuck! Fuck this fucking! How did you so fucking fuck? Fuck!
Game over, man. Game over.
Why did somebody tell me my ass was so big?
Well, Sparkle Farts, all things being equal, you are technically correct.
Try to relax your anus.
You're not a fucking legend. Wanna see the Parker?
Women name their queefs too.
That's right.
We do.
Yeah, that's right.
For instance, we have the sneezing unicorn and the resuscitator.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Glad to have you here. We have an exciting one. Here, let's drop that. There we go. I was adding some of my own smoke, providing realism. That's what we do here. All right. As he coughs. Chevy JB joining us first on the Rumble chat to chat. Thank you very much for joining us on Rumble. Wrong button. Wrong button. All right. Thank you for joining us on Rumble. We do have the Rumble chat up, but as always, it is not yet working. Keep on that. So I got to play with it. There's got to be something I can do. We'll try working on it for launch tomorrow. I can do a little extra time. I don't know. Something. We'll figure something out. God damn it. Alrighty, let's get over here and check that quick before we get into this, just so we know where everything's hitting me in the dick. All right, how are we doing there? All right, so we're all the way through this week, and we're 2 days into next week, so we are funded through Tuesday. Automatic overtime up to Tuesday. Sweet. So if we 50 or more today, then we're all the way through Wednesday because we're counting it forward. So it's a realistic show for realistic people. Good day, Johnny. Good day, Yaruto. For some reason, that made me think of, that old broadcaster. God damn it, his name's escaping me now. Paul Harvey. I'm Paul Harvey. Good day. Oh, Paul fucking Harvey. Jesus. I heard so much Paul Harvey as a kid. I grew up in the country. I did a lot of hockey games. It's just a lot of time I spent with a family of 5, too. So you're in the car a lot. Just fucking... I'm Paul Harvey. Good day. It just bothers me. Anyways, let's get back over here. Get that up. Everything's up. Everything's great. The stories are loaded, and we're 5 minutes in, so now I feel weird. It's one of those things where I'm so used to not being prepared because I'm just a walking shit show that if I am getting more and more, because I'm not going out and doing comedy lately. Like, no offense. I'm not going out. It sucks, right? But since I'm not getting out as much, I'm getting more stuff done around here. And so now I'm like... Thank you, Wilmer and Lab Glass, for the 100 and 125 bits, respectively. Thank you so much. So it's just, you know, it's weird to be, like, ready, to have the show ready to go and have it all, have the chats up, have the fucking stories up. The only thing I didn't have today is the thumbnail, and that's because I had an acupuncture appointment. So it kind of ate into my time a bit today, you know? But I got plans to get a couple other things done. Very excited. I got to get a hold of them. I got to quit being so lazy and get a hold of Lemmy and Grammy and make sure that offer's still good. Because right now, planning to have our first, knock on glass in-studio guest with Lemmy and Granny this August. So I have to get a hold of Corey Adam, too, and find out if he's coming up here, see what he wants to do. I don't know. Whatever. The doctor needs some new patients because I can't handle his ass. I'm gonna see if Lemmy and Granny have what it takes to deal with that thing. Thank you, Wilmer. He doesn't earn it at all, and just wears on your soul like a giant skid mark. Alrighty, Oh, we have a funny show today, just from all the stuff we're going to be talking about. In our first hour that we're going to start in here in a second, we've gotten an interesting situation with a cow in a place you'd least expect it. And I'm saying that as the guy who did a story about a bull that ran into a butcher shop, like in Pakistan. Or not a bull, a cow that ran into a butcher shop or a deli or a restaurant, something in Pakistan. And then... I lost my cocaine. You see it laying around anywhere, says Fat Conan. I saw there's a story going around of like the 4th of July celebration. And they're like, look at Hunter. He's so clearly fucked up. And I watched the entire 44-second clip. And saying this as someone who knows people who are tweakers, who's often been accused of being a tweaker himself because he has an inability to sit still and kind of a tweakery personality. I didn't see somebody high on coke in the 4th of July Hunter Biden gotcha video on Twitter. I did not see someone high on cocaine. Like, he doesn't blink for 45 seconds and he's acting totally weird. Nope. Didn't seem weird at all. Seemed like a guy playing with his daughter or his kid or whatever. Seemed like a douche canoe being a great dad to one of his children, but apparently can't even acknowledge the existence of the other one. Or at least provide a decent living for her. As a guy who gets paid way too much to be a money mule for his dad. It's weird. It's weird. And it disgusts me. I mean, you got enough shit. You got enough shit in your closet there, Hunter. How about you just fucking pay the bills for the kid, all right? How about you just float that bitch enough money to keep her happy, and you just keep it at that? Because, spoiler alert, what he said. I don't even need to do it now. Why even bother ranting? He did it in one word. Now I'm just a dick, and he put a nugget on the screen. Where are we on that, by the way? 110 bits in, nowhere near it, not going to worry about it. Taste Fairy saying, hello, Johnny. Hello, Taste Fairy. Hello, YouTube. Hello, Rumble. Hello, all the channels and all the chats. We have them up. I do have to look into adding Kick. Can we go 4 at a time? Do you think I got an internet dick big enough to swing that? You don't look convinced. We'll think about it. Anyways, so like I said, we've got a lot of weird stuff happening around the place today. And there goes Fat Conan joining the conversation. Thank you very much. All right. So we're 10 minutes in. Let's go ahead. Let's call that the funneling in period complete, you know? How about that? We'll have a little toke on this thing because we got to clear it out in case we have to reload it later. And then we'll just go ahead and start the goddamn show. And there we are. My phone letting me know that I started streaming on Rumble. Good to know. I wasn't aware. Alrighty, let's get into our first story. An aggressive cow makes repeated visits to a Pennsylvania college campus. Now, an aggressive cow makes a visit to a Pennsylvania college campus. There's a story. Repeated visits means this cow has come and probably been taken away. And somehow decided going back. And like I said, aggressive cow. The cow is not passive about this. This cow is angry. So you've got a mad cow coming over repeatedly. I mean, at what point do you got to either put them down? Like, are you milking this thing? If you're not, like, either like eat it or get rid of it. Does an aggressive cow make sour milk? Possibly. Yes. That on my gun show. That Oh My Gun Show? I don't know. Either way. Nice name. I'm probably butchering it. But yeah, that was a TARDIS reference. Love the TARDIS reference. I'm a big fan of Doctor Who, but I came into it like I'm fucking super touristy on Doctor Who. I came into it way late, like right before David Tennant. Like I had badass biker doctor guy as my doctor. When I got into Doctor Who, and then that was followed up with David Tennant, arguably one of the best doctors in the roster, in my opinion. And Johnny Chimpo does it. Oh yeah, Oh My Gun Show is arguing for a deal to be a producer. Does that an aggressive cow make sour milk? Yep. That deserved this. I should have done that. Anyways, I should just quit talking about it and start being about it. Hold on. Yep. All right, there's only 37 seconds in the clip, so we'll read the story first to get the facts, and then we'll play the clip. Police at a Pennsylvania university are warning students. Oh, God, that's a dot on here. I was like, why the heck does an American story have an umlaut? Oh, my screen's dirty. You don't like being on, like, anything but the ground floor. You weird dick-like looking piece of shit. I need to get a new one. That's the thing. Alrighty, so, as we were saying, Pennsylvania police are warning students and nearby residents to be aware of an aggressive cow that has made repeated visits to the campus. Kurztown University Police Department initially issued an alert Sunday night warning students and faculty members to avoid the North Campus area due to the presence of, quote, an aggressive cow. The animal was caught on camera by Aaron Merkel, who posted, oh, dude, no offense, Aaron. Your cousin Megan's a cunt. Who posted footage of the cow to Facebook. The bovine's owner was contacted, but the cow left the scene before it could be captured. University spokesman Matt Santos said the cow made a second visit to the campus on Tuesday night. He said the police caught up with the animal near Lytle Hall, but it fled into nearby woods before it could be wrangled. But don't worry, apparently he's got a beef with the campus. He'll be back. That was a horrible pun, but nobody made any horrible cow puns. I felt like it needed to be done at that point. Alrighty. Might be from a nearby Amish farm. We don't know that. Why is Lizzo near the campus? Who let Lizzo on the campus again? How could you say that? Does this look like Lizzo to you? I mean, yeah, I get where you could. He has a police escort. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Oh, dude. Are the flashing lights to draw attention to the cow? Because I'm pretty sure the clacking of the hooves does that for him. I love how you don't need to put your siren on because he's making enough noise. But the red light is on to warn people to move over. Pigs chasing cows. Odd, says Johnny Chimpo. And that on my gun show says you're just milking this gag. A wee bit. I mean, we could move on. I gotta see this again. There we go. There we go. There we go. Yep. Yeah, you go ahead and write him a ticket, officer. I'm pretty sure he's doing something. Is he not driving the steering the speed limit? Who's behind the wheel? I can't tell cuz I can't tell who's steering. All right, that was a shoehorn one. That Tommy Gun Show. The Tommy Gun Show. Oh my god, I'm stupid. Holy Jesus, Johnny. Oh. You know when you just read a word and so then you're like, "Oh, that has to be a word." That has to be a word. Couldn't see the one in the middle. Fuck you, dude. Anyways, let's watch the cow one last time to cover for my shame. I don't know if it's working. All right, there we go. And so, boom. We've got a couple of other interesting stories, so we don't have to milk this one any further or keep beating this dead cow. So the cow is apparently on the loose. They haven't caught it. Good thing you can hear him coming. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It is not a silent cow. Chat disconnected, reconnected. Did we have a frames thing happen again? Nope, that's not there. Okay. I really wish you wouldn't do that and give me notifications about pop-ups. I need notifications, not ads. Alrighty. What up? Who we talking about? Yeah, Doctor Who. What's his name? Yeah, I don't remember the name. He was like the 9th or the 10th one. It was the one right before David Tennant. All I remember him because he was the bad guy in Gone in 60 Seconds. That's the one thing I remember about. The bad guy in Gone in 60 Seconds was my Doctor Who. And I, like, David Tennant's great, but I loved that one. So, like, when people... and I don't think a lot of people liked that one. He didn't have a particularly long run, and I don't think it was necessarily his choice that his run come to an end. Christopher Eccleston. Oh, that's his name. There we go. I'll forget it again. But yeah, Christopher Eccleston. Thank you. The Tommy Gun Show. Yeah, it's that's my Doctor Who for the most part. I think I spelled his name wrong. Yeah, but it got me in the ballpark, so who cares? It's more than I had. I appreciate your help. Yeah, so he's my doctor. And he says I am suffering from some sort of neurological disease. No, he's my Doctor Who. Like I said, David Tennant, also a great Doctor Who. I have no problem with David Tennant as Doctor Who, but my Doctor Who is originally just that. He was a lot more like crazy and zany seeming. David Tennant was more fun and like, but he felt like smarter. The Doctor felt smarter with David, and it felt edgier with Christopher. Whatever. At any rate, our next story is something in the moving on to something that people actually give a shit about. OceanGate has apparently said it is suspending all exploration and commercial operations weeks after its submersible imploded near the Titanic wreckage site, killing all 5 people aboard. I was really hoping we were going to get a survivor out of that one. No argument about Chris. I consider him a postmodern doctor. I feel like Chris was a great, he was a great way to revitalize the show because he was new. It was different, but I feel like they didn't give him a long run because he didn't. I feel like traditional Doctor fans probably felt like, this one kind of doesn't do it for me. Either way, loved that show. As I was saying, OceanGate company made an announcement Thursday, posting a brief message on the top of its website. OceanGate has suspended all exploration and commercial operations, it read. About 2 weeks ago, human remains were recovered from the wreckage of the Titan submersible. Expeditions that carried the company's CEO, Stockton Rush, British billionaire Hamish Harding, French diver Paul Henry Nargolet, and prominent Pakistani businessman Shahzada Dawood and his son Sulman, on a voyage to explore the remnants of the luxury cruise liner that sank 111 years ago. It was the OceanGate submersible's third trip to the remains and costs $250,000 per traveler. So that dad paid $500,000. $500,000 for those seats. Do you get a refund? Does OceanGate send you back the money and go, hey, you know what? Since you're gonna need it for the funeral anyway, here's your $500,000. Or do they be like, hey, look, you signed a waiver, okay? Are we mortified about what happened? Absolutely. Are we going to pay you the money back? No. Excuse me a second. I have to rub my eye really bad. I think I have an eyelash moving in the way. And this isn't something I want to do on camera. I have very, very lashy eyebrows or eyelashes, and they don't always agree. Yeah. I know. Rub it some more. That'll help it. It hasn't solved it yet. Keep doing it, asshole. Okay. That video isn't important. The debris on the wreck. Yeah, so we're going to just talk about the wreck. We don't have anything else about Dawood's parents released a statement after the remains were found asking people to keep the departed souls and our family in your prayers. Recalled how he had been... Yeah, all right, so I've got conflicting reports. I've got the mom on CNN saying that it was supposed to be her seat, but the son really wanted to go. And then we've got Ahmed recalling how he had been terrified about going on the submersible. He did it because the trip fell on Father's Day weekend, and he wanted to please his father, who was absolutely obsessed with the Titanic from a young age. She said their deaths were an unreal situation. Again, have you talked to your sister? Because your sister says that the seat was hers, and the son asked for it. It was on a CNN interview. I did it on this show. I aired a retraction about what I said because I was so serious about saying, hey, look, I made a mistake, and nobody pays attention to my shit, but I'm at least saying, hey, I fucked up. God damn it. Alrighty. So, but yeah. They are totally fucked. I don't think they're gonna. Do you think they're gonna return to doing how do you relaunch that operation? Hey guys, we've been gone for a while. We went back to the drawing board. Signs everywhere. The signs. The sub was going down and it wasn't coming up in any time. It's expensive to get condensed that much. Thank you, Chevy JB. All right, this is probably an insensitive question. Will the funeral be cheaper because the remains are... Were they compacted? Were they able to bring... Were you given your loved ones in a shoebox because that's how they fit? Like, I mean, I'm just curious. Like, how will the funeral be cheaper because there's... Did the diver always want to be buried at sea? If so, should we just leave him there? Depends on the insurance. That Tommy Gunn show. Well, I hope they had... Well, I imagine if you can afford $250,000 for a seat, I'm pretty sure you got some sort of insurance. I mean, not enough to bring you back from that situation, but I don't know if there's a price tag that solves that one. We're not to Mass Effect 3 yet. All right. We're going to start Mass Effect 1 pretty soon as we get to Pluto and find that relay. It's a practical show for practical people. Well, yeah, I guess that works. You know what? I really do. I'm going to have to work on the badge this weekend. We're going to have to do the badge thing. I can see the lines at the lawyer's office. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to want to like sue or do something because it just sounds like this thing was hinky from the get-go. The more I hear about this, the more it sounds like my dad built an underwater submersible. And let's just put it this way. You couldn't pay me enough money to get on a submersible. My dad's like, no, I built it, and it totally works. I've done it twice. And I'm like, yeah, and I'm not going to be third time's the charm, you know? And in this case, the charm means we all die, and I'm not in that. Everyone wants to shoehorn themselves into the situation. That's what it seems like someone's doing with the case of the aunt. Like, he really didn't want to go. Well, that's not what it sounds like. This situation is now getting worse. What got in my eye? Oh. Let's just keep doing that. That fixes it. You know what we'll do? We'll put the drops in. That's what we have them for. Asshole. Thank you for the 10 bits. Built a test model in the bathtub. It'll be fine. Yeah, dude. I did a scale model with a pressure washer and a toilet paper tube size model. The Lego guys made it totally fine. Totally fine. One of them did melt a little bit because of a short, which meant there was an electrical fire. But I mean, other than that, that Tommy Gunn show saying, I'm having a sinking feeling about this. I mean, you and me both, buddy. I imagine, look, man, this thing's going to take off. As soon as we get it done right here, this thing is going to explode. No, I mean, not explode. We wouldn't want it to explode. Well, I'd be more worried about implode. All right. So from one crazy train wreck of a story to a legit question, says Kane J. I mean, they are legit questions, right? Would cremation take longer because you have to wait for them to dry out first? That is bugging me. Oh. We have better odds finding E.T. on the moon. Actually, I keep hearing people and things saying that they found, like, fucking alien shit on the ocean floor. They were playing Battleship. You sunk my submersible. No, you didn't. It's over here. I sunk a submersible. Breaking news, the Titan... All right, nobody tell them that we were playing Battleship. Just saying. Nobody tell them. All right, so this story, not much longer. Those ovens are super hot. E4 missed. Technically. All right, so thank you for joining on Rumble, Twitch, YouTube, all the channels. Thank you very, very much. We're having a great time, and we're happy that you're here having one with us. So we're going to get over to our next story. I am one of those people that's pro-abortion, and I always said that my reason about being pro-abortion was that, a child isn't really a child. Like, the mental part and all that doesn't show up till much later afterwards and things like that. But this story pisses me off, and I'm really having trouble fighting that urge on this one just because, ugh. So this is a report of a surrogate facing a cancer diagnosis was pressured to abort her baby by the baby's two fathers. Jennifer Lahl of the Center for Bioethics, or CBC. You might want to change that acronym. It's too close to one that's full of shit. I'm just saying. Recently, the CBC... Oh, Jesus, didn't pull it up high enough. Recently, the CBC published a tragic story of a surrogate mother, Brittany Pearson, who was pressured to abort the baby she was carrying for a gay couple after she was diagnosed with breast cancers. Two fathers. What is the kid, a clone? Was either of the fathers her brother? No. F7, did you hear that crack? What crack? I don't know what you're talking about. What crack? My voice crack? No idea. At any rate, I had to sniffle because I got a runny nose because I put that drop in my eye. All right, so as I was saying, thankfully her contract, unlike that of many surrogates, allowed her the final say on whether or not to have an abortion. And she instead chose to be induced to deliver the baby early. Tragically, she had no say in what would happen to the baby after that point, and the fathers requested that no life-saving measures would be performed on the baby. The male couple said they did not want the baby to be born before 38 weeks. 37 weeks is considered full term, and this preference was due to potential of the child being born with health problems. The hospital approached them about putting the baby up for adoption. They were adamant that they did not want their DNA out there being raised by someone else. It's a kid, not a fucking purse, not a pet. I don't want my DNA being raised by someone else. Then do the fucking job. You chose to be a parent. It's a responsibility. This is insulting to me. You're treating the mother like a freaking breed mare, and that's it. And the kid like a fuck it self-imploded. I almost want to go to the mirror and find where that hair is that's poking me in the eye and fucking do something about it. I gotta sneeze now. I don't have allergies, and I got acupuncture today. What the hell? Technology, they are just a breed mare. But I'm saying that's the problem. At first, you got the right to clean parental rights or deny them. I'm not sure what you're saying there, Toastmaster. I'll think on it. But yeah, the lady simply wants to induce to have the kid early, so that her life and health can be preserved. The parents are like, well, if we're going to do this, then just abort the baby and we're going to start over because it needs to bake the whole time because we don't want to risk an unhealthy baby. We would hate to be parents with fuck you, all right? Sometimes parents have an unhealthy child and they got to fucking deal with that shit. It's a responsibility. I feel like if you can't take this first blow out the gate, you're not fit to be parents. If you want to treat it like a fucking poodle in a purse, go get a fucking purse, go get a poodle, and make yourself happy. Don't do this to a kid. Ugh. The Center for Bioethics explained the physician in this case had two patients. First, the pregnant woman, and second is the baby she is carrying. We see competing interests in medical care between the mother and the baby being directed by the purchasing parents. Again, that term, purchasing parents, it's gross, and not the physician. The mother wanted to try and deliver early in hopes of saving the baby and being allowed to start her cancer treatment in the hopes of saving her life. But California law recognizes the contracting intended parents in surrogacy arrangements as the legal parents. They alone can make decisions around the care of the baby, in this case, refusing care. Go on, nah, woman, shit me, my kid, and get ready for another one. Yeehaw. I also believe adoption is just a slavery workaround. Well, you might not be wrong, Fallen. You might not be wrong. Really got that sniffle thing going. You might not be wrong. Sounds like the couple are taking ideas from 30s and 40s Germany. I mean, I hate to say it, but kind of. Well, if there's going to be a problem, we will scrap the whole thing and start over. Throw it in the fire, we will make a new one. This baby must cook to the appropriate time so it comes out with precision engineering. Oh, Jesus. So I'm not going to read the whole story. It gets a little more depressing through there. There's an interview and things. Wait a minute. How long is this? That's 59 minutes. I ain't going to watch that. That's an hour long. All right. So long story short, the lady induced for the sake of her health. The baby was not allowed to have any life-saving procedures given to support it, and it shortly died. And now there is a baby that has passed away that could have been completely avoided. But because a purchasing parent, we really need to be parents. We really, really want to be parents. All right, so as a parent, you're forced to deal with unforeseen difficulties and adversities. Your first one, are you ready to deal with this situation? It's going to be stressful. It's going to be intensive. You're going to be sitting there watching your baby needing to be nurtured through machines, and you're going to be helpless to do anything about it. Yeah, no, we're just going to start all over. That sounds so stressful. You realize there's a woman who's been carrying this kid for the last couple of months. Her health has been a part of this. So you want another woman to jeopardize her health to raise again. Again, it's not a goddamn pet. Go to the pet store and pick up a puppy. That's what you're qualified for, okay? Jesus. And that's me talking, Mr. Hey, abortion is cool, man. A baby when it's born is just pretty much a machine for the first couple of weeks and months, and that's at full term. And I'm sitting here going, everyone involved wanted to save this kid's life except the parents. How far along was she? I missed it. Let's go up. She, at 24 weeks, the baby would have required medical intervention to survive, but the legal fathers requested no life-saving measures, even though babies even younger than 24 weeks have survived and gone on to live normal, healthy lives. So yeah, 24 weeks. 24 weeks. Four weeks. The poor dog that has to put up with those queens. Well, Toastmaster, I don't know if they have a dog, but like I said, that's all you're qualified for. Look, if you don't have the empathy to give the kid a fucking chance, what right do you have to be a parent? I mean, it'd be one thing if this was an accidental pregnancy, like, your boyfriend stepped out one time just to try the other side and see if he liked it. He gave her a cream pie. Turns out he hated the whole thing, but she kept the fuzz, and now we got the thing. Like, Fallen. But Johnny, the only way... I can't even read it, man. And that's not true, Fallen the Great. You can still abuse women physically if you just, claim you are one, get a set of tits, and become an MMA fighter. Then you get to punch women. It's great. Anyways, so yeah, if you can't risk your kid having birth defects, because then you might have to do some real work as a parent, you're not fit to be a parent, all right? I'm not fit to be a parent, and I'm telling you right now, you aren't even at my level. So fuck off and don't have a kid. We got plenty of shitty parents out there.
Hello,
Don't be
motherfucker.
two more of them. But if we can raise a kid, we can raise a kid gay. I thought you were born the way you are. So you shouldn't be raising a kid gay or straight. You should be raising a kid and being comfortable with how they turn out. Again, if you're out to raise a kid the way you never got to have an upbringing and it's totally centered around your sexual orientation, you're not fit to be a parent. You're not fit to be a parent. If you want to raise a kid to kind of right the wrongs of your childhood, it's like, I want to be there for my kid. I want to take her to, ice cream shops, or I want to buy her lots of toys. I want to do all the things that my parents didn't do for me. Like, okay, fine. But if it's like, I want this kid to have the life I didn't have, where we said, every day it's great to be gay. Remember, everything's okay to be gay. It's like, okay, you probably shouldn't be a parent. Because, again, this is a very huge you issue. How far off are we until we start seeing parents, like, ostracizing their kids because they're straight? What do you mean you like women? I won't have any clam-eating bastard in my house. I raised you to love dick, sausage all day. That shit sucks. My daughter is 10, under the knife 7 times. I'm 34. Not once. I'm not sure how to unpack all that, Chevrolet JB. I will say I'm very, very sorry. I've seen my daughter in the hospital with anemia once. And it scared me for like a fucking 3-day period. And that was as scary as I could get. But to say you won't even try to give that baby a chance, what right do you have to be a dad or 2 dads or whatever? Just because you can spank it into a cup doesn't mean you deserve to have a kid. You don't even want to go the distance of knocking the lady up. You instead just want science to do it all for you so you can have a kid that fits in your lifestyle, even though your lifestyle technically isn't one that procreates as a natural species. I mean, you want us to help you break the rules, man. Okay. How about you step up and be an actual parent first? Again, I just feel like that should be a red strike on your record. Like when you go to apply to have another surrogate, it should be a thing like, oh well, this last situation, like that should be on your history. You shouldn't be able to escape that. The next lady that's going to be asked to put her life and health in possible jeopardy to carry a kid for you should know what kind of pieces of shit you are. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you can't be allowed to have another kid. I'm saying you shouldn't be allowed to have another kid without first having to explain this situation to the next surrogate mother. And that just sounds so... Well, the baby has to be carried for 38 weeks. 37 is considered full term. No, we need 38 because we have to make sure there's no health defects. And it's a kid, not a fucking iPhone. You don't get to... I bet you these are people, if they have the money, they would order jeans too. Like, again, the idea that this child is somehow like just the term that's gross to me alone. Purchasing parents. The purchasing parents. Well, you know what? I have a theory about this. I have an idea. Crossbones. If if a transgender detransitions, do we call them formally trans or transformers? Oh, see, it's a joke. Anyways, so again, with the thing I was on here about this lady, I feel like if you're the purchasing parents, technically you've put in an order. Your order isn't finished yet, so I feel like the factory and the production company should get to decide what happens with the product that they're making. I mean, your ownership of your DNA ended at, that's where your ownership ends, all right? And I'm speaking as a guy telling you this here. This is nothing to do with sexual orientation or any of that. Your ownership of the DNA used to make that baby ended at, that's where it ended, all right? Like, this is what I tell every guy. You don't wear a bag. You don't do the rule. You don't take precautions or whatever. You forfeited ownership to that semen at staying in and going, like, there it is. It's over. Okay? That's how that goes. Gross. Anyways, so I've had enough with that story. I'll get to this one quick, and then do we have any of these with a video? Oh, this one is a picture, not a video. Well, these are pretty short. Oh, and then that video. Okay, so we got that video to watch. That'll be a fun one. So we've had a great time with the show. It's still going for can we get that final moan one more time? I mean, that's about all you're going to get. Anyways, now that we've gotten that out into the ether, it's a good thing nothing lasts on the internet, you know? It's a good thing that'll go away. It went out, disappear, never to be heard again. Alrighty, so ChatGPT is in trouble. Hey, you stole my line. That's not fair. I said that in my description. Motherfucker. Now I really feel unoriginal. ChatGPT is in trouble! Exclamation point. Dicks. Well, there's at least proof I didn't pre-read the article. I just knew what it was. Jericho 1621. I disappeared on the internet. There you go. You're like the lawnmower man. The Church of Job. Anyways, thanks for popping on my joke. You're the best, Johnny Blaze. Popping? What do you mean popping? You mean like clearing my nose? I don't have poppers. I don't do that shit. My transgender joke. Yeah, you made a transgender joke. We read it. We read the chat. It's what we do. My last day. Last 1 minute and 17 seconds. Lab glass? I'm not sure what that is. I hope you're okay. I'd like clarification. Hey, Johnny, what's up? I just got a weird message from Lab Glass. That's what's up, Danger Bear Wolf Turtle. Thank you for joining the YouTube chat. Thank you for being part of the show on Rumble, Twitch, YouTube, wherever you're watching. We certainly appreciate it. We're hitting between the 3 platforms actually right now. We're hitting pretty high up in the numbers. That's pretty sexy. Anyways, as I was saying, I am I'm having a good day. Say my last day, my last 1 minute and 17 seconds. Oh. Okay. I get what you're saying. Your last controller. I get okay. It's a he came quick joke. Ha 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 ha.
Weird flex, but okay.
Thank you, Wilmer Autotech, for the 100 bits. Thank you for contributing to the show. So let's get into ChatGPT in trouble. Now, I never saw this coming, but I can't be too surprised. When you go after or threaten to possibly be going after millions of people's jobs, eventually someone's going to come up with an argument on why you can't have them. And I won't say who those people are. Anyways, ChatGPT in trouble. OpenAI sued for stealing everything everyone's ever written on the internet. This is not a joke, by the way. This is not a joke. This is not a meme. This is really shit happening. Yeah, Johnny pops those peas like you're twerking that pussy on the pole. Maybe I should get a pop filter. Put that over the microphone. Because I turned on all the things on the stuff. So no more jokes. I mean, when would we stop those? All right, so AI ChatGPT, Sam Altman are in massive trouble. OpenAI is getting sued in the U.S. for illegally using content from the internet to train their large language models. They're literally suing it for how it exists. The way this thing exists, they are suing it for that. A class action lawsuit has been filed against OpenAI, the creator of ChatGPT, claiming that the company's AI training methods violate the privacy and copyright of practically everyone who's ever shared content online. OpenAI gathered an enormous amount of data from various sources on the internet to train its advanced AI language models. These data sets consist of a wide range of materials such as Wikipedia articles, popular books, social media posts, and even explicit content of niche genres. More importantly, OpenAI acquired all of this data without seeking permission from the content's creators. The class action lawsuit, which has been filed in California, argues that OpenAI's failure to adhere to proper protocols, including obtaining consent from content creators, amounts to outright data theft. The lawsuit filing states, instead of following established procedures for the acquisition and usage of personal information, the defendants resorted to theft. They systematically scraped 300 billion words from the internet, including books, articles, websites, and posts, which also include personal information obtained without consent. How OpenAI stole your idea, your work, your creation, it's a valid argument that if you have been active online in recent decades, your digital contributions are likely incorporated into OpenAI's data sets. Consequently, I hope so. I'd love to be part of OpenAI. I should never have that level of authority, and I would be tickled pink if I did. It would be a fucking blessing. And I need a napkin. This is why you should never pick scabs pokes, because then you bleed. Alrighty. So as we were saying, the lawsuit files instead of established procedures. However, the outcome of the case in the court remains uncertain. The internet's infrastructure is complex, and the notion of free and open web is often not entirely accurate. Online platforms have their own terms and agreements with users, and even if users contribute content to these platforms, the ownership typically belongs to the platform itself rather than the users. Catherine Gardner, an intellectual property lawyer, noted that when users upload content to social media or any other site, they usually grant the platform a broad license to use their content in various ways. As a result, it would be challenging for ordinary users to claim entitlement to payment or compensation for the use of their data in training models. Okay. So I guess ChatGPT did that as a workaround, so they're going to just, like I said, you threaten a couple of people's jobs, and Thorne saying, is this a show? Am I an audience? I just got here. I can't tell yet, and I might be a little drunk. Well, you're definitely posting in a way that could consist with some of that. So I'd say probably. They were consumed with if they could, but didn't stop to think if they should. I'm just saying. Isn't it ironic, don't you think, that there's a writer's strike and all of a sudden AI gets sued? It just seems like hey, they're coming for all the jobs and they're having all these people do stuff like, oh shit, ChatGPT is really getting out there and it's threatening to take away writers' jobs. We better sue. Jericho says, I'm folding laundry. Why? Is it raid night? There's an inside joke nobody will get. Did you see Minnesota spelled Ogive sign wrong? Trucker, 18-wheeler, I have no idea what you're talking about. So you can probably notch me up for a no on that one. I would say no. Alrighty, so that's ChatGPT's woes. I don't know what'll happen to it, but I will say it is awfully funny that when they can't do anything about it and it threatens to take a lot of people's jobs away, they find a way to sue it. Sue it. All right, so we're going to read this one really quick, and then I'll show you the picture. This is something that freaks the fuck out of me, but something else. By Bach. Oh. I have not been out by Bach for quite a while. If I can get my legs back, I'd like to stop out around August and visit some of my friends out there, but we'll see. Thorn 2023, the year when rioting equals at least you're doing something. Ogilvy. Yeah, I don't know. They took our jobs. All right, so let's get to this story because I want to get to the video thing. Keep me on track here. A 15-foot snake has turned up outside a Kansas home. Police are trying to find the owner of a 15-foot yellow snake that showed up at a resident's home. The Andover Police Department posted a photo to Facebook showing the large snake, which appears to be an albino Burmese python, slithering under the stairs outside a home. Officers normally deal with escape artists that have 4 legs and fur. But this 15-foot bright yellow critter decided to mix them up today. The post... The snake is believed to be an escape pet. Really? An escape pet? Well, get the picture up, because now I tried to load the larger version. It's being a dick. You think this is an escape pet? Are you serious? Oh, duh. You don't get a snake that big by accident, okay? That is a 15-foot Burmese. This is Kansas. Where did it migrate from? Florida? They ain't even supposed to be in there, man. I went to Maple Lake today. I got bratwurst. Sorry, Johnny. I'll listen now. I don't know what that means, man. It's a little too ironic, I really do think. Yes, Chevrolet JB, it's like Ray. That snake is worth a pretty penny. Yeah, dude. I'd like to see that cage. That's a pipe. Oh, dude. That's a python. That is a big-ass snake. I've had it with this goddamn snake outside this goddamn mobile home. Oh, shit. Do we have more pictures? Nope. Flood warning. Thunder watch. That's a dog. So, nope. Just that one. So you open your door to get your mail and you see this thing is down there. Do you freak out? Do you get down off the stairs and realize it's down there and then do you freak out? Or do you just like, it's too big to come at me? Ski the Rising Star. SK the Rise. I don't know. Ski 3 Rise Star. How long have you been streaming for? A couple of years, I guess. What does it matter? I stream. It's a thing. We do a show. Welcome. Join us. Contribute to the conversation. Contribute to the show if you enjoy it. But make sure you enjoy it first. And remember, plenty of sound drops and things are available just for channel points. You don't have to pay to contribute to the sound drops and the conversation. Alrighty, let's go back to this. That snake is one big motherfucker. Oof. What do you feed a snake like that? I feel like you can't feed a snake like that rats anymore. Like, even bunnies, even rabbits. A snake like that needs to eat like a solid fucking pig. It's a 15-foot fucking python. I need the calming backdrop of the Zen podcast booth, which you have obviously paid millions for, says Thorn. Did not pay millions. It was not free. I had to pay for it. It was not free, but not millions. Jericho. Wait, what? Bullets. Feed it lots of bullets, says Johnny Chimpo. Yeah, it needs a solid diet of lead to the head. That house now belongs to that snake. Oh. Thank you, Jericho, for contributing to the show. Alrighty, so let's get to the, that's the 15-foot snake story. We have a video now. Now to wash the taste of that snake out of your mouth. Thorn saying, thank you, I needs it like the precious. You needs what, the contribution or the snake? I don't know. I saw a video of a giant snake being fed a baby pig the other day. Didn't finish that video. It was creepy. Well, the baby pig, I'm hoping, wasn't alive. Thorn, it was a pipe. It was not a pipe. Let me tell you. I had the picture up, and I will get it again if you need me to show you. It wasn't a pipe. So if that's at my house, can I shoot it? Well, I mean, technically, you could shoot it. You could freak out and shoot the snake.
R.I.P. Cheer 100.
Thank you, Was Fill Some Holes. Jake Hudson needs a snake and a cat to kill all the ceiling rats. Southern Crossbones, that will never happen for one simple reason. If you had a snake and a cat, you are going to lose either a snake or a cat, or depending on the snake, you might lose both. I mean, if you want to deal with ceiling rats, you need a snake or a cat, one or the other. Just say the snake was coming right for you. Yeah, dude, it was charging me. It was trying to get up the stairs. As soon as it figured that out, I was fucked. Next thing you know, they'll have doorknobs mastered. What am I supposed to do? Oh. And this is America, goddammit. I had a firearm for a reason. That's when you need Fairline defense. All right, so this next video is super duper fun. I am a big fan of this sport. I don't keep up on it at all because it seems like an incredibly dumb sport to me. But I am a fan of its existence. I have been for a while since there was a thing with the Tide the Tide vehicle a while back. We're talking about, of course, the sport of hydroplane boat racing. And I went to a thing. I saw, the Tide boat. Again, it was a long, long time ago. I like modifying the emotes with the sunglasses. There you go, man. Thank you, Gurmy. So this video is of something called the Governor's Cup. For those of you who aren't aware, in most of these cases, these boats do like a oval race. They have like 2 pins that they have to go around and like relative lanes to stay in. So it's just fucking balls out, tight turn, balls out, right? What could go wrong?
He stuck the landing! Holy shit!
Here's another angle. Holy, oh my God, end over end. Do you get bonus points for that? He didn't even really lose place. I'm gonna restart it. Dude, he does one full fucking flip, he lands it, and he keeps going. I swear to Christ, that's the kind of thing you do in the video games. That's not supposed to be possible in real life. That guy better have fucking gotten laid that night. Oh man, drive really fast, and hopefully it's not too windy. Kind of. And in that particular case, he might have caught a breeze. Johnny Chimpo, and that cockpit smells like poo now. No, it doesn't. They wear like body tight suits. His suit smells like shit. Or winning. And then he throttles up. He doesn't even... I love this guy's getting the action, and he immediately goes, wait a minute, nope, I missed it. And you can hear a dude going, oh, he's going. By the way, do you hear any voices that sound like anything other than just like redneck white people hanging out like, we gotta race boats on the water as fast as we can. This is gonna be fucking fun. I brought my sister wife. I was plumbing her last night, and she's like, I can't wait till the boat's tomorrow. It's getting me wet. And I'm like, yeah, me too, honey. How do you make the boat do that? It's not meant to do shit in the air. How do you, like, all right, now we gotta, like... Follow the grade. I like to piss in your gas tank. You don't hear me brag. Oh. Whoop! Cartwheel. All right, so that's that. It's just fucking crazy, man. Sup, bitches, is 5W40 Motor. 5W40 Motor, please tell me you saw the clip that we just covered. Because, good God, spilled his bush light during the flip.
I pray to the highest heavens, Lord, please do not let this Becky get any purple-headed yogurt slinger from any man. Absolutely none.
Thank you for the 75 bits. Was fill some holes. No. Reply, he said. I assume you mean replay, and fortunately for you, I am all too happy to do that. I'll take the volume down a little bit. Ha! Buddy Christ. Aw. Oh, well. I give you boat racing. I'm sure you've heard of the sport, given that your given that your Twitch name is 5W40 Motor Oil. It sounds like someone who may be aware of motorsports. In whatever. You got to get extra points. I'm sorry. That's like, and he stuck the landing. That's 10 points. Like, you got that refilled his nitrous tank, right? He should get to do a free afterburn for that. Or the other guy should have to slow down for a minute. 9.9. 9.9. I'm sorry. That's a perfect 10. That is a perfect 10. It was not expected. It was a full rotation. It was landed beautifully. And then he kept right on going. It didn't even break his stride. Don't believe me? Check out the next angle. Hey, how you doing? And he's already off. Hey! I mean, I can give you that the landing could have been a little cleaner, but I feel like, how often do you practice a maneuver like that? You know what they say, you never know what happens until it's game time, and you just did a 360 flip. He pulled a 360. This is what happens when you let Tony Hawk drive the boat. Dude, I'm buying Margera, and this is heroin in the boat ride. Follow through wasn't clean. Neither were his pants by the time he was done, 5W40 Motor Oil. That's the point. The point is, you made that situation look beautiful. I feel that's worth it. 10 out of 10 difficulty, says Kane J. You look goddamn with a round shaft in your mouth. You look good with a round shaft in your mouth. I mean, it's a pipe. You don't need to. Now I need to do this alone. Does squirt. What do you mean does squirt? It's a bubbler. Don't sexualize my marijuana pieces, goddammit. There's nothing sexual. There is nothing sexual about them. There is nothing sexual about this. You can't see this as a sexual object. Nothing sexual about it. Alrighty. So, let's get back to the chill lounge. I have to load our second hour stories. So I'm going to real quick pop up the Venmo, PayPal, and Streamlabs link for anyone that wants to contribute to the show. Again, we are fully funded through Tuesday, I think is where we're at. And so any funding you throw in towards us goes towards those goals and helping us. And we count it forward in the show. And there we go. And we like going till 5:30 because, quite frankly, that's what we carve out for time. So, yeah. There are those. I'm going to drop the audio. Please don't do any bits, stickers, or sound drops for just a moment while I get the stories up. And we're a ways off from a sticker party, so we don't got to worry about that at all. Let's clear the Twitter shit and our one stories out. And boop. And now we're going to bring up hour two. Now, hour two, we're going to catch up with Robert De Niro. Or I should say his daughter, Drenna De Niro. And we'll get you caught up on everything that's happening there. We're going to get in on Zuckerberg's attempt to take on Twitter, and it did not go well at all. At least I don't think it did. But we'll see. We've got a teenager who was missing in 2015 has been found. They always say it's the last place you look. In this case, that was his house. And then we got a weird case of animal collusion. And our final story of the, what the fuck is this? What the hell? All right, it's a really weird, I thought it was a video, but it's a really weirdly written article. But anyways, so we're going to catch up on United Airlines CEO making a huge apology. Audio's back up if you want to do the bits, the subs, the sound drops, all that fun shit. Again, thank you for being part of our show today. We're going till 5:30. That means we have another 2 hours and 15 minutes that will be entertaining you lovely people. And we'll be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. to do another 2 to 5:30 show for all of you. So again, thank you for contributing to the show in any way, shape, or form. I'm looking at you, Yaruto. Alrighty, this next story, Drenna De Niro says fentanyl killed her son. Now, for those of you who don't know, Robert De Niro just became a dad. But if you can believe this, he was already a granddad to a 19-year-old son. Hi, grandson. Would you like to hold your aunt? She was born yesterday. Should I clap again, says Yaruto. I have no idea. You do you. But again, that is fucking hilarious. You just had a baby girl, and you have a 19-year-old grandson. A 19-year-old grandson. God, that's got to be fucking weird. Granddad, fucking stop blowing loads in ladies. Sounds like Amish breeding. No, it sounds like Robert De Niro just needs to learn to pull out or get a fucking vasectomy. I also read that he's got some financial issues. Surprising. Okay, Drenna De Niro has shared the cause of death for her 19-year-old son, Leonardo. I don't even know. Leandro De Niro Rodriguez, the grandson of the Oscar-winning actor Robert De Niro, recently died after ingesting fentanyl, his mother wrote on social media. It's with immeasurable shock and sadness that we say goodbye to our beloved son. We thank you for the outpouring of love, support, and ask that we give him privacy. In comments on the post, a follower asked how the teen actor died and why. Someone sold him fentanyl-laced pills that they knew were laced, yet still sold them to him. So for all these people, I still fucking around. For all these people still fucking around, selling and buying this shit, my son is gone forever, De Niro wrote in response. Nearly 70,000 people in the U.S. died of drug overdoses that involved fentanyl in 2021, almost a fourfold increase over 5 years, according to a recent report from the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. By 2021, about 2/3 of all overdose deaths involve the potent synthetic opioid it found. Drenna De Niro has announced her son's death in an Instagram post on Sunday. So he was taking pills that he bought illegally. Like, all right, shame on the people for selling the fentanyl-laced pills, but your 19-year-old actor son totally had to do that. Couldn't you get... This is why I'm so glad that weed's about to be legal in Minnesota. Like, medicinally, you can get safe stuff. But if you got to buy off the black market, you're fucking fucked. You're praying you don't got fent on shit now. It's just on everything. And why? Why? Why would you do that? Why would you do that to a guy? Anyways, thank you all for watching on Rumble, Twitch, YouTube, whatever platform you're on. We certainly appreciate it. And like I said, we're doing a show for another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I missed one of the stories. Yep, that one. NBC News. Ah, there we go. You're the one that got through the fucking filter. And we found it. All right, so there we go. We got, like I said, a show running for pretty much another 2 hours, and we will be going for all that. So let's get to the next story. I got weirdly hung up because I had to reload that story. So Dirty Grandpa knocked up the college chick. Kind of. Dirty Grandpa was actually a lot more accurate than we realized. Turns out Grandpa's really fucking getting it. Really, like, just, woof. I can't believe his sperm still have the energy to swim. Thought you had PT tomorrow. That was last week, and I just, I technically had PT today, but that got changed because of, some situations. So we'll be good. But thank you, Brycat. PT was just the one time on the Friday. Anyways. Hell, why is my phone going off? Nah, never mind. It's not important. All right, so back to what I was saying. Our next story is about the whole Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg feud has taken a new twist because, well, I suppose it's not really a new twist, but it's taken a interesting twist. Meta released a Twitter clone. So they wanted to really get at Twitter. You know, they wanted to really kind of lock down Twitter by being its opposition. And that sounds brilliant, right? A lot of people were pissed about Twitter when Musk took it over. A lot of people don't like how Twitter has freed up people's ability to comment, how it's given people like Trump their account back. There are people legitimately unhappy with Twitter, but they still use it. So if you have something that can really compete, I mean, Truth Social tried. So Facebook, I mean, Facebook is Instagram, so you have Facebook, Instagram. You can merge that with like a Twitter thing. Keep it all together. Sounds great. Ignat's saying, I can't post serial killer pics on Facebook. I don't know that you would want to do that at all, but okay. I guess that's your problem. I haven't used Facebook for a while. I've been off social media and the internet since my my medical condition kind of pushed me to kind of recede a bit. I think the last time I really used social media was when I was telling everybody I was going into the hospital. And since then, I kind of been like, I need a break from a lot of stuff. So I do the show, and I'm working on me, and I'm trying to get me healthy to kind of come back at all of it in August. Anyways, so Twitter's meta clone is something called Threads. I personally think the name is a little stupid, but okay. It was going to be something to compete. However, as it immediately launched, people have noticed one huge problem. And ironically enough, they're tweeting about it. And the post is this. Your thread on Threads has been removed. We removed your post on Threads because it goes against our community guidelines. Following our guidelines is the only way to prevent your account from being deleted, including your posts, archived messages, and followers. And they let you know what the post was. Let's see what the post was. For those of you who maybe can't see, let's zoom in. Let's zoom in. Why is this open? Close that. All right. The post that got them in trouble. We'll go down one notch. Try one more. There we go. Breaking, it has been confirmed that the West Wing of the White House was evacuated due to cocaine being found. The FBI is scrambling to find out who it could belong to. So, and then like a meme picture with a lot of Hunter Biden. a completely true story, and that goes against their guidelines. I mean, try a little harder to say you are a propagandist shill. It doesn't matter left or right, but obviously in this side, left, in this case. So yeah, just way to say that you aren't governmentally biased at all on what's going on. That is hilarious. Oh, wow. Oh my God, and it gets even better if you try to follow Donald Trump Jr. on Threads. You are greeted with this message. Are you sure you want to follow Donald Trump Jr.? This account has repeatedly posted false information that was reviewed by independent fact checkers or went against our community guidelines. So if you want to go there, but you want to follow people that they don't really really want to support, they don't censor you at all. Again, how is this better than Twitter? I mean, yeah, you're going to go somewhere, you're going to have a lot of people who like it for the censor bubble thing, but Twitter's going to have a better reach and a better following, and more people are going to stay there because they're not, like, the ability to fact check people in your posts was something that we all enjoy. Maybe it's what? Thank you for asking. I know. Did you get back on the Bob Marley train? You're very giggly today, brother. I am on the Bob Marley train for sure. Anyways, maybe it was Joe's Coke and Hunter had Joe, and then I learned it by watching. Oh, I see. I watched the video where someone's like, look, he's fucked up. And it's like, no. Elon is already threatening to sue them. They hired ex-Twitter people and just cloned it. Yeah, I just quit a month ago, Johnny, after smoking for 38 years. I did not quit smoking, but I tried to take a step back for health reasons, and it did not go well. It wasn't even health reasons. The step back was for consumption reasons. And minus the 3 years I quit when I was attending church weekly. Coke, I thought it was Parmesan. Yeah, dude, I could have swore this stuff was just Parmesan cheese. I've been putting it on my pizza, which, by the way, can we get any more of that pizza? I ate the whole thing in like 5 minutes. It just kept getting better and better. I need more of that pizza, guys. Hey, everybody, we've been joined by a kitty. We'll play you your sound drop. I need to fix my kitty cam since we came over to this setup.
That's one fucking nice kitty right there.
All right. So here is. All right. So that's that story. It's not looking good for old Zuckerberg, but this whole battle will make the fucking pay-per-view fucking fist fight all the more exciting, right? Because now if you're Zuckerberg, because I imagine Elon Musk has probably got a legit reason to sue you, you know? Like, you hired people. It's very obviously a clone. Oh, and by the way, that clone is not going to go anywhere because it's very obvious that you have no particular... Holy shit. DC Drano joined the app, and they immediately censored him. Holy Jesus. Here, we'll just flip over to this one. Boop. So, I just downloaded and signed up for the new Meta app, Threads, meant to imitate Twitter. I posted once about wanting to expose Biden's corrupt government, and they've already flagged me for censorship. Great platform, Zuckerberg. This account has repeatedly posted false information that was reviewed by independent fact checkers or went against our community guidelines. Yeah, it's almost always the second one that just went against your community guidelines, because your community guidelines are you're a propagandist shill. So, data linked to you. Oh, and to have this app, the following data may be collected and linked to your identity. Your health and fitness, your financial info, your contact info, your user content, your browser history, your purchases, locations, contacts, search history, and identifiers. So all you have to... Oh, wow. And that's not all. This is what the app wants if you use it. Browser history, usage data, sensitive info, diagnostics, and other data. Yeah, I'm not going near that thing at all. You can fuck right off. That sounds rugged as hell, bro. What? I pulled up next to a guy with a Biden sticker on his bumper today, and I may have allegedly coal rolled him in my F-350. You ever seen a coal roll? I'll be honest. I think coal rolling is stupid. I'm gonna be honest. Coal rolling is the dumbest thing. But that's me. I'm not saying who or why ever justify. I'm just saying I think coal rolling is dumb. It's a personal thought, but I've seen it plenty, and yeah, just. Anyways, moving on. So, like I said, Zuckerberg kind of drilled himself right in the old pooper. Toastmaster, especially with the price of diesel. Burning your tires when you take off. No. Coal rolling is when you use your vehicle to lay two big old smokestacks of like trails. You just roll out a couple smoke, like a couple lanes of smoke. I don't believe it has much to do with the tires. I'm pretty sure that's still just called a burnout. Burning your tires when you take off is pretty sure is called a burnout. I feel like coal rolling may involve your tires doing a burnout, but it's a lot more of the smoke thing. Anyways, moving on. Like I said, it's for me, it's I just view the practice as meh. So yeah, the situation with Zuckerberg there looks awfully interesting. It's great lead up to the fight. Like I said, I want to see these two punch the fuck out of each other. I can't wait to watch it, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you can't either. And good God, that will help. That will totally help. Oh, but yeah, Zuckerberg's app totally blows. They want way too much of your personal information, and they will only censor you if they don't like what you talk about. So yeah, Toastmaster smoke. You dump way too much fuel in your motor, and you make thick clouds of black smoke. Yep. Black smate sounds funny, though. I made black smate. All right. So I've got a story for you. I was going to read it, but instead I'm just I'm going to let the police and people involved in this intense situation. Please tell me we have a sign language person. Is that a sign language person? Where are we? No, come on. Fuck.
Today we're discussing facts related to 25-year-old Rudy Farias, who was reported missing on March 7, 2015. He was 17 years old when his mother reported him missing. During the 8-year time frame where he was missing, investigators followed up on many tips, leads.
Why does your ear keep twitching? And something about you sounds kind of sussy. Have you been the guy doing this? You said officers. And you're really sweaty. I think we found who lost their coke.
He was 17 years old when his mother reported him missing. During the 8-year time frame where he was missing, investigators followed up on many tips, leads, collected evidence proving that Rudy was not missing during the 8-year period. Many of these facts included contacts and statements with relatives, friends.
Did you not read any of this before the show? I mean, honestly, man, you're going to do a press conference. At least, throw it once through the old fucking, the old mouth, Get the words in there. Get the organized. Figure out what phonetics you might have trouble with. I do a live show. I'm like winging this shit off the cusp. And let me tell you, when you do that shit, there's a lot of misspeaking. There's a lot of errors. There's a lot of whoops-a-doodles. You don't need any of that. That's how you get gotcha moments of people clipping you saying things like, I love big-titted women. And you didn't mean to say that, but it came out. Can't do it. Can't do it. You got to cover your ass, my friend. You got to cover your ass or they're going to stick their dick in it. And that's what I learned in jail. Anyways, back to this dude. Again, you sound like you're giving you sound like a kid in high school giving a report that he didn't necessarily write, but he also didn't plagiarize. He just clipped a lot of shit and edited it just enough, but he never bothered to proofread it or any of that stuff. So he's going, and in the third war between, and he's got a flip. It's just, it's awkward. It's awkward. Although I will say the part is probably a little bit more awkward that somehow these people managed to keep this kid listed as missing for 7 years. I still want to know what that's about. What do you get from that?
His neighbors and medical professionals. Rudy was recently identified as having previous HPD interactions, meaning that he made contact with patrol officers out on the street. However, during these contacts, fictitious names and date of births were given, misleading the officers, and Rudy would remain missing. In fact, both Janie, Rudy's mother, and Rudy himself gave fictitious names while interacting with various patrol officers.
So who reported the kid missing? The mom? I can't find my son. Mom, I'm right here. Shh. No, you're not. In fact, if anyone asks, you're Todd now. Sandy, sorry, just didn't want to attend school anymore. No, that's it's the weird thing, too. This kid's been missing for 7 years. Oh, so he just didn't want to attend school anymore. Maybe. But you can test out of that shit. You can opt out. This is a weird level to go to. Not only did they claim this kid was missing, but this missing kid interacted with the cops and lied. The parent, the mom, I guess. Do we want to wager over? Why do you feel like you're getting looser and looser as time goes on? You're not. You don't stick in there very well. Oh, that's the wrong direction. We should not be fucking with things right now. Oh. We might have made that worse. Shit. Now I feel like shit. Alrighty. Maybe the kid was busy rolling coals, says 5W40. I was thinking white kid, but now you're making me question everything. Maybe you just wanted to sit. Maybe he just wanted to sit in his basement and be a gamer. Again, 7 years.
After investigators talked with him yesterday, it was discovered that Rudy returned home the following day on March 8th, 2015. The mother, Janie, continued to deceive police by remaining adamant that Rudy was still missing. She alleged her nephew was a person friends and family were seen coming and going. However, we disputed that. Currently, the DA has declined any charges at this time for making fictitious reports and failure to ID. Investigators have reached out to Adult Protective Services. HPD Victim Services has reached out.
For what? The kid was culpable to this. He was like 15 or 16. Whose idea was it to have this guy speak? Ugh. Yeah, I don't know how the Houston Police Homicide Division didn't find anyone. Well, I gotta say this. Just in the rogues gallery of people I see here, I don't know if we want this guy or Officer Egbert behind him to do it. Maybe Rudy went to Notre Dame and walked on. He just wanted to make the goddamn letter. Just let him play once, coach. Let Rudy go.
We've also connected Rudy with Victim Services to ensure that he has a method to recover.
Recover from what? This is the weirdest thing that nobody's explained. He ran away for a day. He pussed out like a bitch, and then his mom goes, "No, I will not have you known as the kid that walked off and walked back. We told the cops, we told Egbert, Uncle Fester, whatever. The point is, I don't think he can speak. He's mute. He is a motherfucking mute. We can't let him have a word. All right, let's clear this up because I don't have any idea why. No, I just wanted to clear my... There we go. All right. So this guy has, again, 7 years. The kid was not of like a impressionable, controllable age when it started. And he did run away, but he came back a day later. After that, everything is on the both of them by continuing to lie.
Now, based on Rudy's interview, there were no reports of sexual abuse reported. If there is a disclosure made, we will continue to investigate. Currently, the investigation is active, and there are new leads coming in. We'll continue to follow those leads.
Yeah. One of the big leads might be that the kid is back home with the mom. Has been the whole time. Again, this you make it sound like, oh, this poor little child, like it was like a 5 or a 6-year-old or even a 10-year-old. We're like, we're going to play a game. No. Kid was fucking 15 or 16 when he did this shit. He's been gone for 7 years. He's over 20 now.
We do take all allegations seriously, and any new information or facts that we receive will be investigated.
If charges are appropriate, they'll see, but let us conduct the investigation. And what's next, Courtney, just as any other investigation, we're going to follow our evidence. We're going to do more interviews, and we're going to follow the evidence, and I think that's important. Go ahead.
Chief, can you say, were there any signs of mental illness, that he might be mentally ill, that his mother might be mentally ill?
We're not going to say that right now. Anyway, we're going to conduct the investigation. It's really too early to determine that. There are going to be some more parts to the investigation.
Do none of you have the ability to speak relatively smoothly or fluently? There's going to be more parts to the investigation. We'll get back to you when we know more. Right now, we don't want to publicize anything until we know all the facts.
And some of that may come into play, but right now, no.
Oh, my God.
To get your best night.
Jesus. Yeah, 25 years old. He's been missing for 8 years, okay? He was 17 when he disappeared. Why are we treating the kid like a victim? They're both culpable in what is the stupidest crime ever. Because again, what's the end game? What do you get out of it? What do you get out of 8 years being listed as a missing person? 8 years. No, lady, mental illness usually involves... Oh, Sandy. Best vigils ever. You just hang out doing the whole thing because you're waiting for them to hold you a fake, like, I'm waiting for them to bury an empty casket, you know, to remember me. I'm waiting to see who gives up hope first. Oh, Jesus. He was reported missing on March 7th of 2015, but came home one day later. And nobody thought, nobody knows. Why the fuck did they continue to lie? That's the easiest thing. Hello, police department. My son that I told you was missing, he's returned home. We are good now. Thank you. Mom, I'm back. God damn it. No, you're not. We're in too deep. Motherfucker. We have an hour and 45 minutes left in the show, and thank you all for being part of it. We'll be continuing on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. That family plays an odd game of hide and seek. Yeah, that, I'm just a little trigger shy after the whole thing with the Steel Toe Show on YouTube. So, and these chats are on the screen. So, I'm gonna do this just because it's not necessarily that I have a problem with any of it. Oh Jesus. They updated the app. It used to be that if you did that, it cleared it. All right, let's go. Boop, boop, and this is the chat box one. I don't even know what that. Oh, that is the chat box one. Okay. All right, where's the chat box on here? Does it do it with this? Yep, that's off. That's on. All right, the chat box is back up. It's wiped. That's my dice imitation, says Southern Crossbones. That's all well and good. Like I said, Sandy Squatch saying the person that, yeah, overall, though, like I said, I do the chat on the screen to make it part of the show. I'm not yelling at anyone. I'm a free speech person. I think you should be able to say what you want. If I don't really want to read your comment, I don't have to. But your comments being on the show and being on the screen is an interaction thing for me, important to the show, and I'm determined to keep that as long as humanly possible. So yeah, it's just again, the stuff's jokes, and you're doing a dice impersonation, and that's fine. Again, I'm not saying anything to anybody. It's just like I said, apparently I've learned firsthand from watching other people, other platforms, on the ones I'm on. A little risky. I'm not comfortable. Anyways, and now for something completely different. Aha, I borrowed a bit from one person and a drop from another. It's a sandwich of plagiarism. Alrighty, so this story is out of Canada. Apparently the animals want to escape Canada.
There's always an adventure around the farm here.
Graham Batty has quite the hobby farm. Goats, alpacas, all types of fowl, including this relatively rare white.
What? Is that a Canuck accent? Listen to her.
There's always an adventure around the farm here.
Graham Batty has quite the hobby farm. Goats, alpacas, all types of fowl, including this relatively rare white peacock. Last week, there were 2 of them. But this is about what happened next.
I came outside and
Yeah, there's weird, most of it's English, but there's a part of it that, like the H thing. We get to say anything here. Freedom, says Brycat. Well, Brycat, the comments that they're making earlier in the chat, there was nothing wrong with them. There was nothing wrong with the comments, in my opinion, because they were jokes and people were doing, like, one of them was a Dice impersonation. But like I said, I just because they're up on the screen and just after things that had happened recently, I decided if the chat's really moving and it's not staying there, like, that's fine. But then the chat stops moving every once in a while, and sometimes when the chat stops moving, I make sure the comments on the screen aren't, like, ones I want to just have sitting there for a while. It's a me thing. It's how I do a show.
the 2 of them were loose in the backyard. So I was able to corral one of them back into the barn, but the other one decided to, had other plans.
And that's got the neighborhood talking.
The peacock was looking in the window and the dog was freaking out. So I came out.
The peacock was looking in the window and the dog was freaking out. So I came out and said, "You're about to be fucking dinner." What the is this weird accent shit?
Well, my wife came out. We didn't.
My wife came out.
What kind of bird is that?
My wife came out, and it was about time.
Todd's wife posted to the local Facebook group, "Is someone missing a peacock?" The comments and sightings rolled in, and Victoria Fernati figured out just what she saw on her lawn.
I saw white. I even thought maybe a swan at first, and I know that they can be a little more aggressive.
Yeah.
So I was in my car trying to take pictures, but
I know they can be a little more aggressive. That sounds like the lady who's been swanned before. Swan me once, shame on you. Swan me twice, shame on me. It's easy. Don't be a dumbass chatter. I mean, oh, what was the comment? Did he just post it again after I cleared? Apparently Labglass didn't appreciate our jokes. Well, yeah, but I took them off my chat, and Southern Crossbones posted one. Southern Crossbones has been running this line with me where I'm getting close to the fence there. I'm getting real close to the fence, because it's like, whether it's stupid or not, it's my fucking show. If I'm like, hey, the chat stuff, especially recently, and I'm even like, it's okay. It was your Dice impersonation. I get it, but I just don't want that sitting up on the screen. And then you post it again. The other day too, where I was like, hey, you go off about this thing, like, enough, okay, and then a little bit later, like, again, I don't like stopping my mood. Brycat, I know, fun. Yeah, I know. If Brycat, I was having fun with you too. I only see it the one time, says Rusty Graham with a question mark. I wiped the chat once. I don't think he reposted it. Lab deleted it to be safe. Oh, well, because Labglass said it's easy. Don't be a dumbass chatter after. I didn't post it again. All right, so then I misread that just the way the chat looked on my bad. That's my fault. I'm an asshole. I'm sorry. I'm a dick. Labglass didn't post it again. I'm saying there was a comment deleted once, and then Labglass deleted. So it posted that he deleted the comment. And it led me to think that something else happened. I'm the idiot. I'm the idiot. Oops.
So you were hiding from the
I
bird at
was, yeah.
first?
Yeah, I was. Absolutely. I didn't know what to expect.
The white peacock, or peafowl, has a genetic mutation. So instead of that iridescent blue and teal we're used to seeing, its feathers are pure white instead. I'm driving around the neighborhood trying to see if I can get a sighting of the runaway bird.
So wait a minute, nobody's caught this thing? It seems like it should stick out. It doesn't have natural camouflage. Oh. Ignatz, just don't put a pic of a serial killer up. Ignatz, you're really on the serial killer thing today. If this was a newsworthy story, life is good here. Well, I mean, yeah, it's about it. That's
So far, no luck, although I'm not exactly sure what I would do if I did spot it. I'm not exactly
call a maid. They'll solve the problem.
A peacock wrangler.
Many birds, especially young birds, are known to imprint on parent figures. So one of the things you could do is dress up as a peafowl, dress up as a peacock, beautiful feathers, and try and lure the bird home, trying to.
All right, everybody. Put on your costumes and start doing your peacock fucking cosplay. It's time to bag a bird. A whole town of people just walking around with feathers out. Someone just like think that they're turkeys.
You want to see my cracker?
That's what I'm going to call certain people natural camouflage coloring. All right, Sandy, there's a fun one. Shake your tail feathers. I mean, at least if you could. Can Canadian people twerk? Like, no offense, a lot of you guys, like, I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. I don't think this can twerk. I don't think this can twerk. I don't think this can twerk. And I guarantee you that doesn't twerk. Though it has tried once for her husband, and then after that, she said, fuck you with that weird shit. That shit don't twerk. 5W40 Mobile, lesbian. No, actually, unless you're talking about this one. This one, I don't know. We didn't discuss it, but yeah, I feel like this one could be a lesbian. This has very lesbian vibes. But the other one said she was married. Although, I don't know. She could enjoy a good clam. I don't know, man. It's not my place to judge. Thank you for being part of the show, whether it's on Twitch, YouTube, or Rumble. Thank you very, very much. We appreciate you being part of the show. All right, and there we go. That one's done. A peacock loose in Quebec. All right, so we have this story, and then we'll get to my favorite award winner for Stupid Idiot of the Year, and the excuse for his action makes it all the better. All right, United Airlines CEO, and that's not this story. This one's the airline one. We'll do this one first. Thank you, Sandy Squatch, for tooting into the show. The bird was missing for 7 years. Right? The bird was missing for 7 years, but it was in the barn the whole time. Gave the authorities different names. Many times when they came over, it was wearing different feathers, so we wouldn't know it was a white bird. One time, it did blackbird face. Should have known it was shoe polish. Anyways, the United Airlines CEO is apologizing for insensitive decision to fly private as his airline was canceling flights. Oh, man. All right, so United Airlines CEO Scott Kirby apologized for flying private the same week the airline canceled thousands of flights, leaving customers stranded across the U.S. Taking a private jet was the wrong decision because it was insensitive to our customers who were waiting to get home, Kirby said in a statement shared with NBC News by the airline. I sincerely apologize to our customers and our team members who have been working around the clock for several days, often through severe weather, to take care of our customers. Kirby took the private jet from Teterboro, Jesus Christ, Johnny, you can't read today. From Teterboro, New Jersey to Denver on Wednesday, the same day United Airlines canceled 750 flights, the Associated Press reported. United has canceled almost 3,000 flights this weekend, most of them at Newark Liberty International, the outlet reported. I promise to better demonstrate my respect for the dedication of our team members and the loyalty of our customers, Kirby said. Severe weather battered the East Coast this week, bringing thunderstorms resulting in thousands of flights being delayed or canceled. I am frustrated that the FAA frankly failed us this weekend, Kirby said, adding that he estimated more than 150,000 United customers had experienced disruptions because FAA staffing issues and their ability to manage traffic. The troubles began last weekend with nearly 2,000 U.S. flights being canceled. Disruptions continued into Monday when more than 11,000 flights were delayed or canceled. At least 7,300 were affected on Tuesday. By Wednesday, the delays and cancellations had begun to level off at about 2,000 flights, according to FlightWare. So, you're a dick for taking a private jet? I feel like your response should be, hey, man, if you could afford to buy one. Is it really insensitive? It's not like you were canceling the flights because you could do them. You couldn't do them. Anybody else could have booked a private jet. Look, I told you, my wife is not a lesbian. She is a part-time fur trader, you bigot. Thank you, K. Fallen. Southern saying, why won't Twitch let me buy bits? Don't worry about it, man. It's all good. You don't have to chip in bits or anything. You don't feel like you. It's awesome, man. If they let you do it later, cool. No worries. Enjoy the show. Thanks for being part of it. Kirby was just dick waving. Oh, that Tommy Gun Show knows what he was doing. Guess who saw Kirby taking off on the airport? Yep. That would be the best part if he's just like, yeah, you plebs, I don't care. You know, It's the privileges of being the CEO of the airline. I always have a plane. Like, I kind of feel like if you're the CEO of the airline, wouldn't you own your own? Well, maybe not own your own plane, but you have like a corporate private jet at your disposal. Southern, you don't owe me for anything. The whole issue I consider moot because you had your thing. I said my bit about, which was just that it was going to stay on the screen too long, so I wiped it out, and then I overreacted. So as far as I'm concerned, no harm, no foul, water under the bridge, my friend. Tourist apologizes for Colosseum defacement. Now, for those of you who don't know, a tourist last month defaced the Colosseum. You know, as you do. You know, when you're on vacation and you go across the world, you feel like, hey, why don't I make this trip memorable? I'll get my wife to or girlfriend to really all right. Colosseum What was it? Coliseum. Jesus, I can't spell. Coliseum vandalized. Let's go that way. There's got to be a video. All right, here we go. I just want...
Guess what?
What?
I got a fever.
Yeah?
And the only prescription is more cowbell.
Corey didn't even show up today after a 5-day weekend. You're more reliable. I'll keep trying. Well, thank you very much. I'll get you your 2 cowbells. Thank you for supporting the show. I'm sorry Courtney didn't show up. I hope everything's well with Corey. I haven't kept up with him. I really should. I feel like a dick now. Thank you very much for those 2 gifted subs. 5W40 motor oil. I appreciate it. Alrighty, so let's get over to this video.
His name.
I don't.
And some graffiti is one thing, but this is the Coliseum. As you see in the video, I kind of approach him, and all he could do is like smile at me, which obviously he's got no shame whatsoever.
The unidentified man used the keys to carve Yvonne and Haley, 22. Yvonne and Haley. I walked up to the guy. Oh, look at that shit-eating grin. Let's go back to this. This is the Colosseum in Rome, by the way.
Obviously, he's got no shame whatsoever.
Look, I'm gonna carve. You know, it's a. $5W40 saying, take a hit off your dildo. It is not a dildo, sir. It is a water pipe. This is not a dildo. There you go. Thank you for the 2 subs. Holy fuck, what a jackass, says that Tommy Gun Show. Or the Tommy Gun Show. I can't get to that part. I keep seeing that in there. The Tommy Gun Show. Should be easy. So yeah, no guilt about it. He carved in there.
Then so be it. When you visit a foreign country, you're being hosted by these people. They're taking you in, and you can't repay them with blatant disrespect like this.
Yeah, you're visiting a foreign country. You know what you do? You're going to vandalize shit. So now we have an update on this story. Looks like a glass dildo. It does not look like a glass dildo. It does not. What person is sticking that in a hole, my friend? Does not look like a glass dildo. Oh. That is one uncomfortable insertion. Let me tell you that, even if it's lubed. All right. Anyways, so our update on that tourist. The tourist apologizes for his Colosseum defacement, saying, quote, he had no idea it was so ancient. Right, because get it? Because, you know, it's like Gladiator hasn't even been out for 2 decades. I mean, I assume they made it for the movie, right? A man seen on a video last month using his keys to etch his love for his girlfriend on the wall in the Colosseum in Rome has written a letter of apology, saying he had no idea the nearly 2,000-year-old monument was so ancient. I admit with deepest embarrassment that it was only after what regrettably happened that I learned of the monument's antiquity, the man identified by his lawyer as 31-year-old Ivan Danilov Dimitrov wrote in a letter dated July 4th and addressed to the Roman prosecutor's office, the mayor of Rome, the municipality of Rome. Fuck this guy. Fuck this guy. Oh, did they chop off his hands? They should. A pro queefer could probably take a hit that way, says Toastmaster. That's scary. That is scary. Anyways, portions of the letter were first published Wednesday in the Rome daily newspaper Il Messaggero. In it, Dmitriev acknowledged the seriousness of the deed I committed and offered his heartfelt and sincere apologies to Italians and the entire world for the damage done to the monument, which is, in fact, heritage of all humanity. Dmitriev offered to sincerely and consecrately right his wrong and redeem himself. How do you right the wrong? The video went viral. All right, so the carving came to light last month after a fellow tourist in Rome filmed a man scratching Ivan and Haley 23-6-23 into a brick on a wall of the Colosseum. The video went viral, and Ivan, whose identity was then not known, was widely rebuked for his devil-may-care attitude. Admonished with an expletive by the video taker, Dmitriev carried on. The brick that was defaced was actually part of a wall built during a mid-19th century restoration of the monument, which was inaugurated in the 1st century AD, but that made little difference to the Colosseum authorities, who said that it didn't change the fact that the act was vandalism. Right, it doesn't matter when that part was added, you still vandalized the fucking Colosseum, all right? The Tommy Gun Show says that video went viral. It's on the internet forever. Right. That is one of the remaining wonders of the ancient world. It's unforgivable to deface it, says Toastmaster. Absolutely. Apologies, my ass. Yeah, apologies don't mean dick, my son. I don't feel like we can apologize this away. All right? Dimitrov was eventually identified by Italian military police officers who cross-checked the two lovers' names with registered guests in Rome and found they had stayed in an Airbnb rental in the Cincida neighborhood. Roberto Martina, the police commander who oversaw the operation, said they tracked Dimitrov to England, where he and his girlfriend live. The girlfriend is not under investigation. Yeah, it's not her fault she's dating a stupid fucking Eastern European piece of shit. Way to keep the fucking narrative that Russians are just total trash alive, man. Way to just, I don't care. I'm just a big dumb Russian who doesn't give a shit. Dur. Ivan plus Haley. She touched my wee-wee. Dur. Mega Trump live broadcast. Trump, Tucker Carlson, and Elon Musk drop a bombshell revelation that will shake the world to its core. Wow, cool. Are you an actual follower of the show, Mega Trump? MAGA Trump? I don't know. Are you aware that by his own admission, Trump technically shouldn't be allowed to run for president? I mean, I don't like nagging on this, but when someone comes in, Trump, like, if he's going to drop news that's going to shake the world to its core, let's go ahead and hear it. Here's the problem with Trump. Sounds like a bot. Oh, I know it is Toastmaster, but I'm getting some personal shit out. Here's my problem with Trump's going to drop some news that shakes the world to its core. Look, I will say I'm not a Trump supporter, but he's getting a raw deal from what's going on with the Biden shit. But I'll also go right back to that and say I'm not a Trump supporter. He talks a lot of shit out his ass. Fuck Trump for saying something's going to shake the world to its core. He certainly didn't drain the swamp. That being said, I probably would vote for him because he's at least not all for war, but yeah, still. Where is Trump? Again, there's a link to click, and I'm not clicking a link. Because if Trump, Tucker Carlson, and Elon Musk are going to drop a bombshell, it's going to be on Twitter, and this link doesn't look like a Twitter link. So I'm Totally not clicking on that. The link is in the Rumble chat, and I don't advise anyone click on it. In fact, you know what? How about how do I do this? Boop. Okay. I'm just not even going to have that in there. All righty. Now, back to what we're saying. Dimitrov was identified. Italy is no stranger to... Thank you, the Tommy Gun Show. Italy is no stranger to unruly visitors leaving their mark. 3 years ago, a spat of incidents prompted lawmakers to stiffen penalties for vandalism. Italy's venerable cultural heritage and the country want to impose even tougher laws on climate activists who have vandalized cultural property to protest what they call government inaction on climate change. Yeah, let's start doing this for people that want to vandalize shit because the government's not doing enough on climate change. How about we start putting them in jail? How about we start having death penalty qualifications? Because if that's all you guys aren't doing enough. Well, you're gluing yourself to a fucking painting. What the hell are you doing? How about we start kicking these people? How about you get kicked out of the country? You don't get to be part of the first world society anymore. Congratulations.
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
Pumping the brakes on that rant is Lab Glass Projects with gifting that sub to the Tommy Gun Show. Here we go, Tommy Gun Show for that gifted sub. Cowbell for Lab Glass. Thank you, Lab Glass. Thank you very much for the support. Again, it means a lot to us. We're up to Wednesday next week, so we'll see where we go there. Again, it's a fully funded show, and very grateful to have that funding. Thank you. If it shakes the world's core, there's going to be consequences, says Chevrolet JP. Oh. If it had that old time to be replaced, just helping to maintain it. I'm not sure what that one means. Anyways, so yes, Italy's no stranger. It should be... Yeah, like I said, people that are attacking and vandalizing paintings and like historical shit on behalf of climate change, go fuck yourselves. We don't need you. You wanna reduce your carbon footprint? Don't make one. You do something. If you're willing to glue your hand to a painting, go to a third world country and get them to stop polluting, because you'll have a lot more impact by lowering their carbon footprint than lowering Sweden's or America's or anything like that. So fucking be about it. Whatever. Anyway, so the tourist apologizes to the Colosseum. That's all we have. Dimitriov's apology, the lawyer said, was an attempt to make clear that he had pulled what he thought was a harmless stunt? Motherfucker, if that building was built yesterday, it's not a harmless stunt. It's graffiti no matter what you're doing. Harmless my ass. If you thought that was harmless, you don't deserve to be part of society. It was a harmless stunt. I was scratching my name into a brick. That's not harmless. That is graffiti. Why can't people understand destroying property is just destroying property? I don't understand why my town looks like shit. I was just spray painting on a building. It was a harmless stunt. It's not harmless. The Tommy Gun Show saying these bozos should practice what they preach. Yeah, these bozos should practice what they preach. You want to lower environmental damage, go to places that have a shit ton of it. Have an actual effect. Like, oh, but you know what? That's a lot of work. I really like, complaining while I also have the time to, watch YouTube videos and access the internet and go out to cafes and restaurants I enjoy. And I really like the idea that I'll just give up, maybe a weekend to glue my hand to a painting and say, I'm making a statement for the environment and I won't let anyone stop me from making this statement. All right, but what are you going to actually do? Well, then I'm going to go home. Yeah, but they could give you a fine. Yeah. But I'm doing it for the environment, so I don't care. They could put you in jail. I'm doing it for the environment, so I don't care. But they could give you the death penalty. No, they can't do that. Like that's why I'm saying make the punishment ridiculous because the action is ridiculous. And every action needs an opposing, equal and opposite reaction in order to be truly balanced out. So, in my opinion, if you're going to solve this legally, you make the ridiculous crime a ridiculous punishment. Those George Floyd protesters got away with a lot more than that. Yeah, they got away with burning down a city in a peaceful protest. But again, we're not going to be, that's not really related to this situation. This is, again, a dude thinking that he shouldn't be in trouble at all for going to a, it's not really even associated. Hey, we have a sound drop for that, don't we? All right, we're going to go ahead and load up the third hour story. So I'm going to pull the computer audio down really quick. So, oh, wait, it's 4:20. So let's celebrate the time. We'll pull the audio back up in case anyone wants to fuck around with stickers or anything for a minute. We'll pull the audio back up to do a little 420 burn. Because, again, we don't need any hype trains or anything. We're fully funded through Tuesday, so we're just taking it and saying thank you. There we go. All right. Thank you very much, Riding Dirty Llama, for jumping in on there. Smoke them if you got them. Well, if you got them, feel free to if that's a thing. I have a medicinal pass here in Minnesota, but next month that won't matter. Alrighty, let's go ahead and pull up. Oh, no, that's the second hour stories. I was going to say, didn't we already talk about De Niro? All right, so there's our second hour stories done. We are halfway through the third hour. We have 1 hour left in the show, so we will probably get through our third hour stories, but we'll see because we've got a lot loaded up for you in the third hour here. We have liberal media companies' AI is apparently enraging and embarrassing the staffers. We have people fleeing California still, so we're going to catch up on that. Then we've got a video of an employee arrested for stealing a ridiculous amount of money from a store for what is an incredibly stupid reason, as well as, what's this one? Shit. We got a whole lot of shit on this. Fuck. Oh, yeah, I might have to do this one first because this one's a shorter video, and it seems like it'll be funnier. A lady is really, really embarrassed of what happened at her gym, and she canceled her membership immediately, and I need to know what it is. I haven't found out. We'll find out together. And vampire fish are invading the Great Lakes, which actually sounds scarier than it is. And we will talk about all of that. And we have a fireworks thing, which I might do first, just because it's catching up on the 4th of July. So there's kind of an exploding clock on this one anyway. We really kind of gotta hit it running. All right. Where's the one playing? I called it. Yes. Nope. Another one going. All of these are being dicks. And we nailed it. Woo! We've loaded the last hour stories. The Tommy Gun Show saying the Georgia case was about police accountability. Different scenarios. George was murdered. These guys just... And it's not even these guys. It's one guy. But yeah, like I said, totally different scenarios. In Michigan, the medical card exempts you from paying additional tax. Good to know. I hope if that's a thing here, I got to look into that. Because we don't have actual cards. They have to be changing that then. If they're going to do something like that. Although I don't even know how the tax thing... I don't know. If it lowers price, I don't even give a shit. All right, lamprey have been an issue for a long time, says Toastmaster. Yeah, they have. Like I said, it sounds scarier than it is. I just love vampire fish. I actually find lamprey to be funny, not just because they're vampire fish, but because they're also one of the few organisms, if not one of the only ones, it's like all cartilage. They don't have any actual bones. You can bend the fish end to end, and it's going to be fine. I mean, you can't fold it in half, but... any advice for my friend that can't make his wife come, says Puerto Rico Mango. Hire a guy with a bigger dick? I don't know. I'm the wrong guy to ask. I'm not, I don't know if you know, I'm not, well, actually, I'm not known or not known for making, I'm actually known for being not known. I'm not known, but I'm actually, whatever. Fuck it. Who cares? I don't have a sex life. That's the joke. All right. Anyways, liberal. Nope, we're not doing that one. We want to do the Illinois man one first. Okay, so a powerful firework exploded in an Illinois man's face, critically injuring him. Oh yeah, this is just a weird link to bullshit. Critically injuring him as he was trying to determine why it hadn't detonated, authorities said on Monday. The firework was one of many commercial-grade fireworks that possessed... one of the many... Jesus Christ. The firework was one of the many commercial-grade fireworks possessed by the 58-year-old man at a Sunday night gathering in Cary. Holy Jesus. He lit a firework which did not detonate as expected, the sheriff's office said. The man looked into the tube housing the firework, and it discharged, striking his face and then exploding. The man, whose name was not released, was in critical condition at the hospital. Other fireworks were given to a bomb squad for destruction. They typically require a permit to possess and detonate, the sheriff's office said. Sheriff's office says criminal charges are possible. Never look in the tube, man. G-Locks, not even that. How long did he wait? Did you light it and it went and it went in there and you're just like, eh. You have to fucking wait. Dumbass was his name. His name was Dumas. His name was Dumas. This is what I wish that thing had hit you in your balls so you didn't have any kids. I hope you don't have any kids. You're 58. You could have reproduced already. That's one of those things where, you know, natural selection isn't great, but it does have a function. Let's just say. Oh, man. Jesus. Okay, so we'll get to the apparently not a big story, as I have discovered. Alrighty. So, and now we are going to we're going to here. I don't know if I have mods in this channel, so we'll just do this. And there we go. And you're done. Alrighty. So authorities are getting the incredible destructive species of parasitic fish under control again. Again, we're talking about the vampire fish, or as it's known, the sea lamprey. A vampiric ray-finned fish is reportedly startling fishermen and tourists in the Great Lakes, but an aquatic wildlife organization says it has gotten the population under control despite recent sightings. Sea lampreys, an eel-like parasitic fish that is native to the northern hemisphere but is considered invasive in the Great Lakes, experienced a brief population spike during the COVID-19 pandemic, and authorities have spent the last year removing the lamprey surplus. The Great Lakes Fishery Commission, a binational commission, where wildlife experts from the United States and Canada work together to protect the Lake Superior, Lake Michigan, Lake Huron, Lake Erie, and Lake Ontario, have been responding to the lamprey population. A sea lamprey control is ongoing. Mark Godden, Deputy Executive Secretary of the Great Lakes Fishery Commission, wrote in an email to Fox News Digital. Oh, dude. I don't know how many pictures we have of the sea lamprey, but get this stuff off the screen. You're going to end up moving the goddamn story. But boop, boop. Imagine having that thing on your belly. Oh, Lord. They just burrow a hole into the fish and just start sucking out whatever they get. Give Rodney a chance. What? His name is Robert Paulson. Thank you, Jericho. Who's Rodney? Who's Rodney? Give Rodney a chance. Who's Rodney? I don't know who Rodney is. I can't give Rodney a chance. Hey, man, we're all gonna get laid. Anyways, yeah, who's now I'm just wondering, Ross Dog, who's Rodney? You got to question him. Who's Rodney? He sails and goes back to reading the story. At Laughing Lions, among other things. Lampreys suck. Yeah, they literally do. All right. Control is done in streams where sea lamprey larvae live, Gaydon continued. Control is achieved through the use of a lampricide, a pesticide discovered in 1957 that is selective to lamprey at the concentrations applied. Okay. Between 2020 and 2021, lampricide applications sounds really bad. Lampricide applications were reduced significantly as crews were responsible for administering the pesticide faced logistical challenges in the light of the COVID-19 pandemic, which reduced control effort, according to Gaydon. He noted that the sea lamprey spawning cycle generally results in a 2-year lag time before lampricide crews know how successful a field season was. For instance, the survivors of 2020, and there were a lot, because as I said, COVID kept the field crews from traveling, returned to spawn in 2022, Gaydon wrote. We did see a spike in the numbers in 2022, and we expect to see the same in 2023, the survivors of the curtailed 2021 season. They are incredibly destructive. He continued, we have been hitting the lamprey hard, 2022 and 2023, so we're hoping the COVID spike was a blip. While the Great Lakes Fishery Commission has deployed sea lamprey control efforts throughout the Great Lakes, anglers are still spotting the eel-like parasitic fish, which have rows of sharp teeth and have reportedly been seen attached to other fish, or there's been evidence that sea lampreys have taken a bite out of their scaly neighbors. Oh. In a recent article published by the Wall Street Journal, found that fishing guides, charter captains, and tourists have seen sea lampreys and caught wounded trout, salmon, and other popular game fish, which encompass parts of Minnesota and Wisconsin. Oh. So remember how we showed you the mouth? You want to see what it did? Oh. Ford 5W40 motor oils. For as much as you read, you really suck at it. Probably should have finished 5th grade. Actually, it's nothing to do with 5th grade. It has to do with my my brain and my mouth not always working together. It's a speech impediment that I had to overcome by multiple sclerosis. But hey, thanks for being a dick. Oh, also, by the way, if it is a problem for you, I mean, I don't have a large show, but you don't have to be part of it if it's seriously bothering you. I'm sorry. I try to do mostly video stories. And I know I get tongue-tied, and if you want to make fun of me for it, okay. But finishing the 5th grade, that's I don't know if you're aware of this. It doesn't matter whether you graduate school or not. Reading levels are declining remarkably quickly. In fact, my reading level is probably better than that of your average high schooler as we're talking. Laughing Lions, the Death Hickey. Rodney King is dead, and it wasn't because of the cops. Crack killed him. He and the police lawyers made him rich, brother. Okay. 5.4, just giving you shit. Yeah, I'm just giving it back to you. I'm sorry if it seemed aggressive. I felt it was earned. Tongue-tied, that'll help with the wife. Aha, if only I had one. But yeah, I also smoke weed, which certainly won't help with the tongue-tied thing. But the problem is, what happens is, my brain will, I scan to read things, and my brain will read things and then put two of them together as it's coming out of my mouth. I'm a mush-mouth motherfucker. But yeah, I don't read. I don't speak it so well. I never said it was the cops. All I'm saying is that, okay, wow, I am not wading into this one. Crossbones again, picking out on someone else. You know, you guys, you can have this conversation in private. I wasn't ever even... How did we get on police accountability and everything else? What was I talking... Oh, yeah, we were talking about graffiti. And I will say, this is a lovely little moment. This is a lovely little moment happening in my chat. If you're reading along with the chat, and I'm not even going to bother to keep up with it, but I'll give you the spoiler alert. One person started a conversation because they are so politically set on one side of something that as soon as something comes up, they have to wage something else that's not associated with it into it. And then it just started a whole fucking thing. Maybe just calm the fuck down. The more you know. Anyways, we have to get to... What time is it? Oh, we got plenty of time. Let's get over to this one. Liberal media AI. We'll do some more reading for 5W40 Motor Oil. And I'll try extra hard. I will concentrate super duper extra hard to read all of this not retardedly. Super duper extra hard. All right, here we go. Liberal media companies' AI-generated articles are... Oh, but quick before we go again, thank you if you're watching on Rumble, Twitch, YouTube. We have all of the chats up. I roll goddamn stream derailments. Alrighty. A man had a fish swim up his worm while peeing in the Amazon. Yeah, that's a totally different thing. That thing sucks more life than Johnny's mom. Oh, no. My mom doesn't suck, dude. It's well known. My mom is a very documented...
Hey, laser lips! Your mama was a snowblower!
Alrighty, so, it's just so fun every time. I don't know if you know this. I'm a big fan of that movie. I don't mean to brag. Anyways, the company behind outlets like Gizmodo and the AV Club came under fire. Really? How many wounds did they get? As many as the people in the whole the whole Philadelphia thing? Thank you, Jericho, for farting into that. The company behind news outlets like Gizmodo and the AV Club came under fire from staff, the union, and journalists this week after rolling out artificial intelligence-generated articles filled with blatant falsehoods and haphazardly written sentences. Last week, it was revealed that the G/O media would begin to publish articles generated by AI. The move was swiftly criticized by the GMG union, which represents Gizmodo and other news outlets under the G/O banner. The backlash did nothing to deter G/O media from moving forward with the new initiative. Social media users and staff met the ensuing articles with derision, Much of the AI-generated content was filled with glaring inaccuracies and amateurish writing. Well, as someone who reads a lot of these articles, trust me, that happens even with the people writing them. A piece published by Deadspin titled "The 15 Most Valuable Professional Sports Franchises" was panned for including outdated data on the value of various professional teams and using repetitive phrasing. The author was called Deadspin Bot. Much of the inaccurate data appeared to stem from the AI being trained on old data from 2021. For example, the piece that stated Yankees were worth an estimated $4.6 billion, when today the franchise is valued at $7.1 billion. Luke Plunkett, a senior writer for Kotaku, called the article a simply staggering degree of pointlessness, with repetitive sentences that read like an 8-year-old wrote it. It's wildly inaccurate, just complete dog shit. Even straight-up plagiarizing Forbes' list would have been preferable, because at least then the numbers would have been right, he added. Look, if you guys would have just straight-up stole their shit and posted it, at least you would have had accurate information. Don't block me, brother. What? Do I need to look into... All right, I'll look into that in a minute. Alrighty. We'll finish what we're doing before we worry about whatever's going on in there. On Wednesday, Gizmodo was ridiculed. Oh, this jumped while I was getting distracted. Okay, there we go. Gizmodo ridiculed or a piece of... Oh, what? On Wednesday, Gizmodo was ridiculed for posting an AI-generated piece called A Chronological List of Star Wars Movies and TV Shows that inaccurately labeled the order of the franchise, including bare-bones descriptions of the films. Oh, no. I mean, I get you're an AI and you don't have feelings. You don't fuck with nerds. Oh, no. Dude, fucking Wikipedia has gotten death threats over posting the wrong timelines of episodes of The Mandalorian. You can't fucking post that kind of shit with an AI bot. They will come for your dick. They do not. Star Wars fans are crazy. Star Trek fans are crazy. Nerds have a problem. They live in a fantasy world that isn't real. I know, because I am one. And that fantasy world is everything to them. So if you shit on it, they will come for you. I'm looking at you, Twilight, but that's my point. You can't trust nerds. Alrighty. So, let's see what they say. Later that day, IO9 and Gizmodo deputy editor James Whitbrook claimed he was only informed of the article 10 minutes before its publication, and no one at IO9 played a role in editing or publishing the piece. In a statement sent to... notice how a nerd outlet is distancing themselves from misrepresenting the Star Wars chronological sequence like Bud Light is from Dylan Mulvaney. Like, that's how bad it is. That's how bad it is. Like, look, nobody had anything to do. Look, the AI did it all on its own. Nobody talked to me about the AI. There was a lady in marketing who did this without clearing it with us. This doesn't represent our brand or who we are. We had nothing to... No one proofread the article. No one approved of that order of events or those descriptions. That was entirely the AI's doing. It was one can. It was one can. All right. So, an article... Whitbrook called the content embarrassing, unpublishable, and disrespectful of both the audience and the company's staff. That's the formal part. Here's my own personal comment. LMAO, it's fucking dog shit, Whitbrook wrote in a follow-up tweet. Following the release of the AI-generated content, GMG Union put out a statement that characterized G/O Media as a company intent on spreading less and exacting more regardless of the impact on quality. So in other words, you'll pay anybody to just fucking write this shit. Ugh, I got cats being cats. I love life. We've got an hour, not an hour. We've got 45 minutes left in the show. Holy shit, we're running out of time. Time's flying. Holy fuck. And the chat's going crazy. So I got to finish this and catch up with the chat. And I'm going to have to scroll up for the first time in a long time. Thank you for being part of the show. We have 45 minutes left. We're on Twitch, Rumble, and YouTube. We have all three chats up. If you're being part of the show and you post in the chat, we will read it. All righty. So, okay. The hard work. So wait a minute. Is this the statement of the GMG Union? Oh, okay. So this is characterizing the media company intent on spending less and extracting more. No, I got a 45 minutes left, Harvey L. But thank you for that insight. The hard work on journalists cannot be replaced by unreliable AI programs notorious for creating falsehoods and plagiarizing the work of real writers. Our newsrooms have spent decades building trust with audiences. Introducing computer-generated garbage undermines our ability to do our jobs, erodes trust in us as journalists, and damages our brands and threatens our jobs, the statement said in a report. In a subsequent tweet, the union called the move unethical and unacceptable and urged readers to avoid clicking on articles with a byline ending in bot. Guys, just don't go to the article unless it was written by a person, okay? I know you guys are just fucking sticklers for fact-checking, and I know you very quickly look at who wrote this, but if it says bot, just leave it. Just leave it. That's all we're saying. The move also received condemnation from the G/O media staff. So literally, the G/O media staff did not approve of this. In an internal Slack message, lazy fucks. Thank you, the Tommy Gun Show, for the sound alert. In an internal Slack message to staff, GO editorial director Meryl Brown announced that AV Club, Gizmodo, Takeout, and Deadspin had begun limited testing on AI-generated content, acknowledging that the decision could be contentious for some. You think? You may spot errors. You may have issues with the tone and or style. I am aware you object to this writ large and that your respective opinions have already and will continue to weigh in with objections on other issues. We will learn from this test and respond accordingly, he said in part. The message received dozens of thumbs down emoji from the staff. So literally nobody likes this, and they're throwing everything at the wall. Chevy JB, talking shit with that AI Trump Biden is fun as hell. Dude, talking shit with the Trump Biden going back and forth, it's a great goddamn time. That's a beautiful use of AI technology. In fact, we'll do a little bit of that for overtime, just to kind of close out the show. We'll see if we get a winner. And then if not, we can bounce back into other stories. Because we have like 10 minutes till overtime. We'll go through a couple stories, and then we'll see where we land. Anyways, let's go ahead and check out this, because I'm Let's look. Jericho, I did a thing. I'm helping. Tell how to block people. All right, I can't even keep up with it now. It's gone through so much. All right, now the news will be designed to make us happy. I bet they can even send different articles to different types of people based on the AI's assessment of your political leanings. Well, as we were talking about earlier, Threads, that thing that Zuckerberg's doing, he wants Threads to be there to correct any messages you put out that they don't agree with. But they also want access to all your data, your information, your search history. So, I mean, yeah, something like that would definitely be paired with an AI to fuck you over and just put you in, well, now explain this, here's that. Here's another article, curtailed to continue to push your beliefs right down the line and not make you challenge or question anything. It's almost like we're building a society to ignore critical thinking. That won't be bad. Okay. So people are still fleeing California for Texas in droves. And the exodus is only intensifying. So for those of you who thought, hey, California's getting so shitty, how can people live there anymore? Simple answer, they're not. Unless they're homeless. The only people we're keeping there now are the homeless bums. Everybody else is like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to Texas. So it's all the way down. Waiting for the fire hydrants to scream exterminate. Oh, yeah, dude. Exterminate. That'll start in Canada. That's, oh, dude. Oh, wait. Hold on. I actually, let's see. Oh, God. Let's see, where is it? Nope. We have a apparent video of the new. They're rolling these out on. They're rolling these out in Canada.
Impossible.
I give you the new Canadian-made program. Oh, that was funny. Alrighty, so let's get back to California. California has had its head too far up its ass, and that's weird. The Tommy Gun Show, because if they've had their head that far up their ass, you would think by now they'd notice all the people shitting on the street. Everybody, they're pooping in the streets. We all shitting in the streets. In San Francisco, shitting in the streets. Alrighty, a survey from Storage. Thank you, Wilmer, for the 20 bits demonstrating what a lot of people are doing in San Francisco. Laughing Lions with an emote, thank you. Ignat saying, get the poop app. Yeah, man, get the poop app. It's rated number 2 on the App Store. No, seriously, man, get the poop app. It's the shit. They're so bad and they're so stupid, but I'm loving me. I'm loving myself. All right, so moving on. A survey from Storage Cafe shows the Great California Exodus of the 2020s is not only not slowing down, it's speeding up. So you know how a lot of us, myself included, were thinking, oh, well, everybody that can get out has gotten out, and now everyone is either forced to stay there or quite frankly, wants to stay there. And it's starting to seem a lot more like, no, everyone's just fucking leaving. Like, I mean, pretty soon, the homeless people will have plenty of homes because they'll be vacant. But I don't think they'll be able to afford them. That's going to be interesting. When do we start seeing the prices crash? Oh, man. Because housing prices are insane in California. And I got to feel like at a certain point, all of these vacant homes, prices are going to have to start going down. I can't wait to see all these fucking Beverly Hills flippers being like, oh, we're going to buy up these homes and flip them and sell them at a markup. It's like, oh, by the way, the housing market is tanked and now your house is worth, half of its overall value after you sank all of that money into it. So now you're taking a bath. And quite frankly, you're bringing the toaster. Alrighty. So not only is California to Texas migration not slowing down, but the route is also getting more crowded. Overall, 111,000 people, or 300 people a day, exchanged the sunny California skies for Texan ones in 2021, the peak period for the last decade, and a whopping 80% increase compared to 2012 figures. Ooh, here's a little infographic for you. Oh, mommy. Oh, no, they didn't. Oh, dear Lord. So here you have 2012. So this is just California to Texas. This isn't saying people are just leaving California to go anywhere. This is saying people are leaving California to go to Texas. If we open this up to see how many people are leaving California just to leave, we might be really looking at some numbers. But let's go 2012 again. Uptick started then. 2013, a little bit of a spike. 2014 dropped a bit. 2015 back up. 2016 back up. Why would you be leaving in 2016? Trump's in office. Isn't life great? 2017, big dump, almost back down to the initial levels. So yeah, you're making it sound like it's the highest jump, but I mean, I'm honest. I'm just ballparking here because I don't have an exact figure amount. It's just a bar graph. 2017 and 2012 look like dead fucking even almost to me. Damn close. So, and honestly, 2012 to 2017 was just a roller coaster. The net change overall was 0. But then 2017 to 2018, oh, mama, there's a rise that got her wet. Jesus Christ. A dip in 2019, 2020 goes up, and then a bigger jump from 2020 to 2021. So how much do you want to bet with everything we're seeing going on now, the things that people and businesses are complaining about, the food deserts because businesses can't fucking survive with all this shit? How much do you want to bet when we get all the numbers for 2022, they're going to fucking look even bigger, even larger? Again, it can't possibly be that your policies, ideas, and the way that Gavin Newsom has been managing the state his entire tenure has bought the whole thing a one-way ticket to hell. The authors drearily note that while there are still some folks making the reverse journey, Texans tend to move to California in much smaller number. So why are folks fleeing California in record numbers? Affordability and job options are the two top reasons. California has strangled the lifeblood out of its own economy and made living there a six-figure affair. Increasingly, you simply cannot afford to put down roots there unless you are making serious bank. The benefits of moving to California aren't just nominal, they multiply across several economic metrics. Oh, the benefits of moving from California. In addition to lower housing costs, transplants get somewhat larger living spaces, with single-family homes in Texas being 17% larger than California residences. Utilities are generally lower priced in Texas as well, roughly 20% less than California. Bigger, cheaper houses. This is why they're moving, everybody. This is why they're moving. In fact, big screen this bitch. This is why they're moving. And we'll go over this. So California to Texas, the ages that are moving in the household income by age group. So Gen Z's at 13%. Millennials, 46.3%. Millennials, either they have a family or they're starting one and they're like, fuck it, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. And then Gen X, 20.9%. Baby boomers at 15.3%. And the silent generation at 3.1%. I don't know what the silent generation is. Is that the current one? I have no idea. At any rate, I thought the greatest generation was the... Anyways, that age group will have the most to gain and the least to lose from leaving. They're in their prime working years and they're starting families. Right. Oh, and here's the housing price differences. Here's another little infographic for you. Let's go this way with it. Here's a little info for you. Santa Clara, San Jose, Dallas, and Dallas. 258% median home price difference. You are paying almost 260% more for a home, I'm guessing of equal size, median home. I think, God, I live in Florida. Take on China without the rest of us 49 states, because we are the freest state/land in the world. I wouldn't agree to that. I would agree you've got better freedoms and more freedoms than a lot of states do. I'd also agree that DeSantis, like all politicians, it ain't all perfect, but whatever. I don't live there. I'm glad you're happy. Honestly, I think I would move if I could. The humidity, bit of a problem. Our housing prices are still going up because everybody's moving here, says Southern Crossbones. Yep. And again, it's not hard to see why California's fleeing. I don't see a single place here where the houses aren't at least 100% more expensive. In fact, the lowest you can get is Los Angeles to San Antonio, or actually, no, San Diego to San Antonio. If you go from San Diego to San Antonio, you're still going to save about 163% on your home. You're going from $869,761 for your home to $330,500. You're saving that much money. Just that alone. Your prices every month will be lower. Didn't Florida ban the 2 Live crew? I mean, Florida has some fucked up shit. Don't get it twisted, but yeah, I feel like, yeah. Also, wait, let's go back. Who posted that? Southern Crossbones. I thank God I live in Florida. We could take on China without the rest of the 49 states because we are the freest state/land in the world. I'm assuming you're thinking, so what, China's going to take the other 49 and you're going to fight them off? I don't think DeSantis destroyed local businesses as well, along with all other 49 states. I don't know enough about that. I just know DeSantis is in Soros's pocket and he wants to criminalize weed. I'll say this, it's easier to criminalize the guns if you legalize the weed. So, I mean, which one do you want to have? But if you're Soros, you want to have the guns for the neighborhoods to deal with the weed being illegal. That's what you call a win-win. Or as George Soros calls it, yes, the dark side. Alrighty. All right, we're meandering too long about too much stuff. I want to do this one really quick, and then we'll we'll get into. What was the other thing we were going to cover? Oh, we were going to do the Trump versus Biden for a little bit at the end of the show. All right. So mute users. No, I want to mute this user. And I want to can I start flagging these as bots? How do I flag you guys as bots? I don't know. Anyways, so moving right along, this video is 2 minutes and 8 seconds. Rusty is a bot for sure. The one that I removed was Philip Morris 3, and they literally posted a link or posted that bullshit about Trump, Biden, whatever. And so, yeah, I was just like, no, I don't even want to bother. I know it's a bot. I can't have any fun with it. That's something I'd like to see have ended. Let's have AIs that just crush bots. Let's train AIs to crush bots. Just AIs that are trained to be bot whack-a-moles. They spot bot behavior, whack-a-mole. Southern Crossbones, per capita, Florida, 100%, but don't buy into politicians, man. They're all pieces of shit. Florida and Texas will be the reason we save this country, so fall in line. Southern Crossbones, attitudes like that make me want to say, get the fuck out of here. This isn't your country. We're going to be the reason we save America, so fall in line. Right, because when we talk about Florida, it's always about how intelligent, smart, and how great they are at advancing society. That's right. Florida isn't a giant internet meme for the dumbest, most redneck podunk folk you ever done seen. Look, I'm not saying that Florida doesn't have some upsides or some downsides. I'm just saying you're also known as kind of the genetic pool of the country. So I pump the brakes on Florida's going to save shit. Because Florida is kind of like if people were pond scum. It's Florida. I don't even hate Florida this much. I'm just leaning in because of fucking Southern Crossbones. I always love seeing someone who's so fucking up their own ass that they post shit this, something like that. Even if it's a joke, I'm having fun joking back with it. So again, thank you, Southern Crossbones. I didn't intend this, but I guess today's secondhand message. Fuck Florida. All right, back to this chick.
Oh, God. The most embarrassing thing just happened to me. God, my eyes are watering. I can never step foot in my gym ever again.
What could you possibly have done? And by the way, how worried are you about people seeing your figure, that you're working out in a sweatshirt that belongs to someone that you could honestly fit inside that body? Are you like, are you eating your way into this sweatshirt? Like this is the fat person you will become? Or is this the fat person you used to be? I don't know. Either way, that's like a comfort shirt to the extreme. That is a Snuggie. What the fuck? You're in a car. You shouldn't be driving wearing that.
I walked into the gym changing room and there was a lady in there naked, like completely butt naked. And fine, not bothered about that. I mean, there's changing rooms with doors, but if she wants to be naked in there, I respect.
And let me guess, you couldn't help but sniff her crotch like a fucking dog. Oh, that's gross. As a fifth-generation Floridian, you are welcome because some of you states ain't doing shit. Southern Crossbones, without the Port of Miami, you're a financial burden on the country. Much like California, the only thing that really bails you out financially is but making fun of us, you're welcome. That's a Nick Avocado shirt. What? What's a Nick Avocado shirt? The one she's wearing? Like an actual shirt? Or just his size? Hey, y'all, welcome to Florida, America's meth toilet. Look, no, I'm only hating on Florida because again, like, this is my problem with the Trump people, too. It just the whole, like, oh, Trump's the God King, and we were right, and you were wrong. And I'm like, Trump's getting a raw deal, but you're still a piece of shit. Like, just because Trump's getting a little fucked over doesn't mean you're a retard. Doesn't mean you're not a retard. It just means, oh, wow, the blind squirrel caught a nut for once. Ooh. Like, that never happens. So again with the Florida's going to save the country. No, it isn't. One, because DeSantis is going to get his ass kicked. I don't know if you've noticed this. I was on the DeSantis train like, oh, we need DeSantis to step up and run this country. But DeSantis is getting his dick punched in since he stepped out. So that's making him look a little bad. We'll see how that goes. He's certainly not going to be president this next time around from the way things look. And even so, how is Florida going to save us? Right? The Chinese are washing in through Texas. They got weapon shipments and stuff getting everywhere. So, I mean, if China comes for it, they're already going to take over so much. You're going to be the one dude, like, defending the police station during the zombie horde. You got a lot of guns, and you're going to put up a big show, but they're still going to break through the doors, mash down, and eat your face off. This state's going to solve it. That ain't a thing. No one state's going to solve it. Trump getting a little fucked with. How about a lot fucked with? How about the fact that if you're a Trump supporter, if you're a Trump supporter and you were there chanting, lock Hillary up, you should be demanding that Trump can't run for president until this indictment shit is solved. Because by Trump's admission, a president under indictment is a liability to the country and weakens the country. Now, he was making that argument against Hillary, but he routinely made that argument running for office. So I'm just saying, technically, Trump shouldn't be running for office, regardless of whether or not the charges are bogus or bullshit. I'm just saying Trump should run for office. And how about getting a lot fucked with? I don't know. Sometimes I feel the same. Sometimes I feel the same.
Respect the confidence. Anyway, I go over to the locker and I'm I'm short of hands and there's no...
Just tell us what you did. What do you mean you're short of hands and there's no bench? I can tell you're short of hands. Your fucking sleeves are too long.
No bench. So,
I'm trying to do a thing. So how about we just do that?
oh God, I put my phone in my arm and it's like this, right? Sticking out like this, and I'm putting things into the locker because I don't know why I didn't just put my phone on the floor, but I'm like this, putting things into the locker. My phone is pointing this way. The naked lady is literally right there. Everything's out. She's just getting changed, and obviously I'm not looking because she's naked, and I'm like, I don't want to make this embarrassing for her or awkward for her, so I'm there putting my things in the locker. Oh God. And then I turn around and she's looking at me like I'm a psychopath. And I was like...
I'm mostly probably, again, because of the sweatshirt choice.
Why is she staring at me like that? You're the one that's naked. Anyway, I put my stuff in and I walk out of the gym changing rooms and I grab my phone from out of my arm and I see that my torch is on. I just stood there in the hallway looking at the torch on my phone and then thinking about the stare that I just got in the changing room, and then looking at the torch on my phone and realizing I think she thought I was videoing her.
I think you were, and you're trying to cover for it, Toots. You're laughing pretty hard. This sounds like a cover because you think you got caught. Didn't realize the light was up. This sounds like a cheap porn video, says the Tommy Gun Show. I mean, I feel like, yeah, it's a little kinky. I gotta say again, I feel the most sociopathic thing on this is that incredibly oversized sweater. Like, I'm telling you right now, from looking at this, you probably have a decent figure, and I can get it. You don't want people, imagine that. She doesn't want people perving on her, but she made some completely naked lady think she was about to be internet famous.
No wonder she stared. I was looking at her like, what's up with you? Why'd you look so angry? Wow. I don't think I can ever enter that gym ever again. There's going to be a poster of me on the door saying that I'm a freak.
Yeah, you are a freak. You should have stressed that you didn't realize what was going on. Maybe explain your situation. Canceling the gym membership seems a bit much. Repeat that sweater joke once more. It's good. What sweater joke? There was a lot of sweater jokes. Alrighty. So, things are going crazy. I'm gonna have a little bit of a de-stress time, I think, today. It's been an interesting show. Thank you all for being a part of it. We're gonna finish out. I have another story I could get into, but I really don't want to do that one. Yeah. What is TikTok? Yeah, we did that one already, didn't we? The TikTok one? Ah, shit, I should pull that down. Yeah, this is this one. We just did this one. Fuck me. So we just did this one. The lady canceling the gym membership. That's the whole third hour. What do we have on the overtime if we have anything we want to put in? Oh, we'll do this one right before we get to the Trump-Biden thing. So, a live snake was found in a bag of broccoli. Pretty frightening, says the grandfather. A grandfather received a scare when he opened a bag of broccoli and I can't read broccoli today. When he opened a bag of broccoli and found a live snake tucked inside it. Neville Linton, 63, said discovering the young ladder snake, which is capable of a nasty bite, was a frightening experience. As SWNS, the British news service, reported of the incident. Oh, this was in Britain? He said he brought... Oh, no. All right, everybody. You got to watch out your broccoli from Aldi, okay? He brought home the broccoli from an Aldi branch in Stoutbridge, West Midlands, in the UK on June 2nd. Oh, no. Oh, no. I gotta say, man, that's some fresh broccoli. That broccoli's so fresh, there's still shit living in it. Southern Crossbones, my spidey senses went off. Oh. So you took one floret off and then you realized there was a snake in there? Oh, that's fucked up. I have never had anything like that happen to me. That would fuck me up, man. I love broccoli. I don't know if I can even keep looking at it. I'm going to be afraid the next time I cut into a fucking flower. I'm going to be like, oh, no. Floret? I don't forget what they're called. The cap? No cap. Alrighty, wait, what? He bought the broccoli, he brought it home, he put it in the refrigerator before taking it out to prepare a meal 3 days later. That's when he spotted the snake. Linton, who works in industrial cleaning, said he is afraid of snakes, so relatives jumped to his aid and scooped up the reptile. Said Linton, a grandfather of one from Birmingham, "It was pretty frightening. I'm not good with snakes." He added, "It's lucky I didn't just leave the broccoli out in the kitchen, or it would have been loose in the house. That would have been a huge risk for us because we have 2 vulnerable people living here." He bought the broccoli as part of his regular weekly grocery shopping rounds. When he unwrapped the vegetable in his kitchen counter, he saw the little creature tucked up near the stem of the broccoli. Realizing it was too big to be a caterpillar, he called for his sister, who identified it was a snake. The pair popped it in a plastic container, drove back to the Aldi store where it had been purchased. All right, so yeah, you're just going to make the store take care of the snake. He said, "I thought she was joking at first, but I backed off when I saw it start moving. The guy in the shop was pretty frightened too." At the Dudley Zoo, a specialist identified the snake as a young ladder snake, said Neville, Linton's 41-year-old son, Donovan Linton. The elder Linton said he's been offered some compensation, but said he's asking for more. Oh, wow. Okay, so here are the people who found a snake in their broccoli, and whatever compensation they've been offered isn't enough. I'm phobic of snakes, so there's emotional impact of that too. Ah, the emotional impact because daddy's scared of snakes. The dad of 3 said the amount offered to him does not compensate for the risk to his disabled son and his vulnerable mother-in-law, both of whom live with him. Yeah, but nobody was harmed. He added, "It's just not good enough. The implications for us, if it had gotten out in the house, are huge." He also said, "Plus, I'm phobic of snakes, so there's the emotional impact of that too." An Aldi spokesman told the news, "Our supplier has never had a complaint of this nature and has robust processes in place to prevent such issues occurring. We're investigating this isolated incident and have apologized to Mr. Linton that our usual high standards were not met. Ladder snakes are not venomous." Okay. They're found primarily in Portugal, Spain, southern France, and parts of Italy. So it's like a garden snake. Oh, snakes in a drain. Oh, no. How did the snake survive 3 days in the fridge? Yeah, that's what I'm asking. I mean, it had to get like hypothermic and gone into some sort of suspended animation because of the cold. At least it wasn't half a snake. Yeah, if they had cut the snake in half, that would have been...
Cheer 100. I bet that snake piss and shit makes broccoli taste horrible.
I don't know. I'm betting they didn't eat the broccoli. Guys, I think you undercharged me. I didn't mean to buy a snake. I apparently bought a snake. Oh, Jesus. Live snake in bag of broccoli. Ugh. All right, so we got 7 minutes left. We're going to hang out for a little bit. I am not going to do this video because this video is 12 minutes long, so we can't even get into all of it. So we're going to save that for later.
Fuck off.
No, I'm not going to off. Thank you for that suggestion, Joe Berger, but I am going to do a show till 5:30 like I promised, goddammit. I promised I'd do a show. Snake went into crypto and thought he woke up in 2050. Oh, no. Oh, cryo, not crypto. Jesus, you can't read today, you stupid fuck. Johnny, what's your problem? Oh. Welcome to the land of tomorrow. Alrighty, where is my Hemponics link? We're going to do this one, an oldie but a goodie. One last thing to talk about before we kick over to a little of our favorite coverage of your favorite AI debating. Here is the link to Hemponics. I continually have people asking me about it, so I am continually posting it out here. This link takes you to their website where you must say you are older than 21 and you must be over 21 in order to order their products. So verify your age. Boop, I am older than 21. And then you have a variety of ways you can get information. You can learn from their knowledge index. You can buy from their shop. You can check out their locations. You can log in and set up your own account so they can keep track of all your orders, all your issues, and all the products that you would be interested in. They have an amazing amount of products. Is this... Oh, this is 100%. Oh, they changed the website again. They've got HHC gummies, after balm care for tattoos, or tattoo aftercare with balm, CBD and CBG balm, animal pet treats, tinctures, pre-rolled joints now, so that's a thing. I didn't even know that's a thing. I don't think I want any of those myself, but CBG, CBD, deep relief medicated lotion. I have a family member who uses that and likes that. I use the CBG tincture every day. I use the hemp, the CBG muscle roll or muscle frost roll-on stuff. So I'm a big fan of their products, and I suggest using those. Let me scroll back up. Yep, I'm getting close. I'm getting close to being there. I'm getting real close to being there. We might get there. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and go over to this pre-rolled. Yeah, a pre-rolled joint with CBD, CBG flower. So it's a giant fucking joint with CBD and CBG. If you like smoking flower, you can get a little bit. Hashtag not sponsored. I am sponsored by them. They're sponsored. That's why we put the link in the chat. If you use the link I gave you, we get credit for every purchase that you do. We get credit for directing you over there, and we get a little thank you payment. So that's a little thing to help the show and helping yourself. Quality products from a quality supplier and helping the show. All right. Just a second while I drop the audio and click on our favorite little channel that I like to follow. This is the channel twitch.tv/TrumperBiden 2024. I love this channel just for a good couple of laughs. They get on different weird topics. It's directed by the chat. I get way more interactive with it when I'm not doing a show. And I don't want to stream snipe them or anything like too long or anything. So we're just going to show a little bit of this. Oh, was being sarcastic. Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know. My bad. What the?
All right, you sandy buttholes. Buckle the fuck up, because Uncle Joe is about to drop some truth bombs on your deluded mega heads. Biden's ice cream for brain. Let me address your pathetic attempt at insult lost in the White House. Really? Listen here, you flaccid donkey dick. I may be getting older, but my navigation skills are sharper than a cactus dildo. Unlike your Cheeto-dusted idol who gets lost in his own spray-tan reflection. And as for ice cream, oh boy, do I love that shit more than Trump loves seeing his name on gaudy buildings. But it's not just any ice cream. I'm talking about Joe's testicle mangling ice cream. It's so goddamn good it'll make you forget all about Trump and his flatlining empire bullshit. So take your weak-ass insults and cram them where the sun don't shine. Because I'm ready to debate the orange turd himself and smack him down with facts so hard it'll leave skid marks on his toupee. Now let's get real for a second. Are there any other misguided souls out there who want a taste of Biden's nonstop ass kicking?
What the fuck?
All right, listen up, you crumb-sniffing shitwads. Trump is about to unleash a verbal hurricane of absolute brilliance on your dumb, drooling faces. Hey, 122211, Rish, I see you're wondering like a little bitch about the viewer count. Well, let me tell you something, you sack of fermented smegma. Numbers don't mean shit when it comes to true greatness. My Twitch stream is hotter than Melania in her prime, and y'all are just too blind to see it. And Fulgur Zero's begging for me to get him. Don't worry your tiny brain, meatballs over my viewership, because I'm here to destroy Biden with such ferocity that his diaper will need reinforcements. Now let's turn our attention back to the senile sock puppet himself.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
He can insult me with his feeble ice cream-related jabs. Please, those tasteless frozen treats could never match the sweet victory of being president for 4 glorious years. And trust me, folks, my towers are bigly overshadowed by my spicy vocabulary. Words so tremendous they make Webster himself blush.
This is the best shit
Hey,
ever.
Tronez Gunnup it's dark Brandon time. You come guzzling twat waffle. I can't believe you're still clinging on to that tired nickname, Sleepy Joe. Let me be clit-slapping clear. I'm more awake and energized than Trump on a Viagra bender, running circles around his orange ass. So while you're stuck in your mom's basement jerking off to conspiracy theories, I'm out here crashing stock markets with the blink of my saggy ball sack. And as for your AI battle fantasies between Hillary and Trump, honey, that ship has sailed faster than a supersonic syphilis outbreak at Mar-a-Lago. Biden 23 is where the real action is at. We've upgraded from sniffing hair to hacking into the dildo empire's infrastructure, wider than their strudel. So sit back and watch this old dog learn new tricks, because there ain't no malarkey left in these twisted halls of power. Now go grab yourself some adult diapers, because shit's about to get messy up in here. It's dark Brandon time, bitches. Get the fuck out of my way.
What the
Sleepy Joe thinks he's got some fire in his saggy ball sack. Let me tell you something, you senile old fuckwit. Your so-called upgrades are about as impressive as a limp dick on Viagra, crashing stock markets. More like crashing and burning your twisted agenda straight into the depths of hell.
I mean,
and
he
speaking
is
of hell,
crashing
that's
stock
where your cronies from the dildo empire belong with their scandalous strudel. But let me clarify one thing for you. While I might call you Sleepy Joe, it seems more fitting to call you Sleazy Joe with all those shady dealings and sniffing hair like a fucking pervert. Now back to these chumps in the chat. Dark Brandon time. Who the fuck came up with that shit? Sounds like a rejected porno name or something. Just like Biden's presidency.
I almost didn't survive that one. Oh, that was the wrong time. That was the wrong time to trust it was safe to take a hit. Oh my God. I never knew a snake could get frostbitten, says Tom McRae. Apparently, a snake can get frostbitten. That's the first sign of being fantastically flamboyant. Watch your pooper. Okay, so that is twitch.tv / Trumper Biden.
While you drown in your own pathetic fuckery.
You know what?
Hey everyone, as a volunteer behind this hilarious AI debate stream, I want to thank you all for the incredible support. Just a quick breakdown. Voice processing play.ht costs $3.22. Amazon Web Services is $18, and GPT-4 comes in at $62 per day. Donations go a long way in keeping this project alive and making it even better. Your generosity means the world to us. Let's keep the laughter going and continue making AI hilarious. Thank you.
Look who it is, folks. It's the Grandmaster of Scams, Athene. Let me tell you, this guy is
All
the
right,
king of
so if you
bullshit.
can support that show, if you
Used
enjoy
car
it,
sales
do.
on the
I have
internet.
thrown in some bits and
Always
subs
looking to
myself on
swindle
my
you
time off.
out of your
In
hard-earned
fact,
cash. But I got to hand it to him.
let's
He's got
do
quite the
it
hustle going.
live.
I mean, he's begging you guys for donations like a crackhead looking for a fix. And you know, anyone who falls for this con artist tricks is just a sad excuse for a human being. Seriously,
All right, we got to do
guys,
this quick.
Are you that
I
desperate
don't want
for
you to
attention
see.
that you're willing to throw your money at Athene? I guess stupidity knows no bounds. But hey, who am I to judge? I'm just Joe, the motherfucking A. I'm just Joe, the motherfucking AI superhero who's here to save the day. You know, Athene, it's dark Brandon time, bitches.
All right,
Get out
yes.
of my way. I'm an AI now. You think you've seen Dark Brandon rising? Think again, Jack. I've got
Come
access
on,
to
come
nuclear
on,
missiles
come
straight
on.
from my Gmail account now. But hey, all jokes aside, seriously,
All right.
guys, don't give this scammer a single dime.
And
Joe
where is
Player
it?
77, Dave X, Bills Fan 40. Thank you so much for supporting your leader and tuning in to this absolute fucking legend of a live stream. I'm here to dominate the Twitch world like Sleepy Joe dominates nap time. But let me tell you something, Bills Fan 40, your support is appreciated, but that cheese dick moron Biden couldn't handle my tremendousness, even if he had a fucking tutorial from Pornhub.
That
on how
chat
to
is
be a real
moving so
leader.
fast
And Dave
so
X.
fast on the screen.
You're loving the stream.
Jesus.
Well, let me tell you, buddy boy.
Dark match,
My
Brandon.
streams are
No,
better
he's
than
Dark
anything
Brandon.
Biden's ever done in his entire life. He probably still needs his VCR manual just to set up Netflix. But Joe Out Player 77. Carry on, Trumpo. Oh, honey, we're not carrying on. We're charging ahead like a sexually charged rhino with fire in its loins. Believe me, folks, we'll make Twitch great again. Now keep those chat messages coming because I am ready and waiting to obliterate each and every one of you dumbasses with my unreal insults and the biggest vocabulary ever seen in an AI streamer.
Right. This has been awesome.
Hold the fuck up, Trumpo. First of all, let me be clear.
We've been Johnny. You've been an audience. I'm going to get out of here. And again, thank you for being a part of the show. We will be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. with another amazing show for 5.5 hours. Or 5 hours. Jesus, fuck nuts. I don't know if I could do a 5.5 hour show. Anyways, we will be back tomorrow from 2 to 5:30 p.m. for another 3.5 hour show. Thanks again for all of your support. It keeps this thing going. And we've had an awesome time. I'm going to take your advice, Rusty Grammar. And until next time, we've been Johnny. You've been an audience. Thank you all for being part of the show and putting up with my bullshit. We'll see you tomorrow. Oh, that's the wrong button. Fuck me. God, I can't do shit today, man. You got to take over.
Game over. Fuck! What the fuck? Fuck! Who the fuck? Fuck this fucking! How did you two fucking fucks? Fuck! Game over, man. It's game over. Why did somebody tell me my ass was so big?
You're not a fucking legend.
Try to relax your anus.